Get that Hydra.
Yeah, stupid Hydra.
Cerberus looks mournfully toward the prince. The underworld prince's next attempt to bribe the monstrous
Oh, my Florm. What's up, Brett?
Once again successful,
PSZ, hello.
as the kingly gift of heavenly ambrosia is beyond compare.
Hits the spot, doesn't it, boy? I know you're caught up in the middle of all this and having to weigh your loyalties more than you'd like. I'm sorry we're putting you through this.
Certainly TFA part 3. Well, it's a big chonker. It is a big chonker. Volt. Hello. Time to work from Models video, only 2 hours to go. Hey man, y'all had plenty of time already. So there's some glooms on my water bottle. Just wipe that schisms down. Get rid of the moisture. Oh, it is metal. It's 1:20 AM in Romania. Well, it's 12:20 for me. So it's basically midnight. You Lumpenheimer. How's it going? Drew here was great. Shared with people at the office and people loved it. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Let's just hope it stays up this time. It doesn't get nuked like the other one.
What? What, really? Come on, what is this, Zagreus? You think handing this to
Fun
me
game
makes
because
up
of
for
your
everything
streams.
you've
It's kind of
put us
fun.
through?
Hi, Metal. What's up, Excel Hunter? It is great.
It's just something I found out there that I thought you might like, Than. Don't think anything of it.
Be on your way, Zagreus. I have an audience with Lord Hades in a moment. An inquiry into my recent absences.
What are you worried about, Than? You've never given him a reason not to trust you.
You know, I wish I could watch a stream Moodle. But man, I'm tired. Hey, don't worry about it, man. It's all Gucci. I don't even know if I'm gonna stream super long or anything. I'm just not really tired yet, so I just want to play some Gamenheimers. If someone likes understanding what they're talking about really hurts my brain. Bad.
Recently, I'm not so sure. Whatever you're doing, it had better be worth it.
And I finished here about free MauLer did himself the video. It's really good. I do agree. Millman, how you do? Doing alrighty? Doing goodio. Snoop and Diamonds, right? How long have you and MauLer been friends? How long has it been now? 6 years? 5 or 6 years? Something along those lines. I'm bad with years and memory. Yeah. What time beating the land over yonder? It is currently. Where's the oh, there it is. midnight, pretty much. So what's your TV for free? Just wanted to stop by and say I'm mortal. Hey, I'm green. To mid via Twitch Tisms, right? Yes.
Oh, wow, you made it all the way to Aspinall that time. That's pretty neat. Still died and everything, but
You're very late. Oh, it's not very late. It's just kinda late-ish. How you doing, James? Debates and talking okay. Play God of War and kill all these guys. Yeah.
You know, Father, I must say, ransacking your domain beats having to toil endlessly in the administrative chamber. Far less painful, really.
Darth Hypno voice. Darth Hypno voice. So far in future, what is it like? Dark, mostly.
You were a scourge upon every administrative duty to which you were assigned.
Metal after dark, pretty much.
Yes, please, Father, give me back my old wretched job, won't you?
Privileges are earned, not begged for, boy. Unless you plan to reimburse this house for all the income that we lost because of you, then you shall not so much as set foot in the administrative chamber again.
Oh.
How much is the reimbursement fee, anyway?
Whichever exorbitant amount the house contractor has on record, now leave me be.
Leave me be. I say this so sarcastic.
Say, Orpheus, Eurydice told me your songs, some of them came from her. She seems quite brilliant. You choose your muse as well.
I owe my everything to my Eurydice. She offered many
Afternoon Metal. Hello, Fairy.
and she inspired many
So glad I
more.
found Mark's channel for EFAB because I always love when he's on YMS gaming streams. Nice. Hello, I'm Metal Commander now. No, you're not. This game just called Hades? Yes.
But weren't you the famous one? I don't understand why she doesn't share your renown.
It is but one of life's injustices, I fear. I always sang her praises.
We'll
every
take a shower,
chance I
get ready
had,
to drink.
and
Sweet.
she asserted herself splendidly. But even still, our listeners believe.
I don't exactly know the ways of mortals, mate, but I'm pleased to hear you always giving credit where it's due.
I know no other way, my friend.
Denied.
I have to ask you something, Nix. What is this debt you owe my father anyway? Forgive my eavesdropping, it's just I heard the two of you discussing things and it came up.
I was here long before.
Congrats to TFA Part 3 Metal. Thanks, man.
Responsibility to govern fell to me. Yet I could not manage on my own. I shape the darkness, ensure the integrity of the domain. I am less prone to census taking and administering rules. I receded from such responsibilities.
The kind of comment section said that YMS was above the EFAB guys and that we are all sexist. Which is funny because YMS and Mark have both been on EFAB now. Yeah. Waiting for Mal to release a John Wick video. Oh, that's probably going to take a while. He still needs to move.
For you. So when father arrived, you welcomed him? He helped?
I was quite skeptical of him at first. I thought his presence merely a cruel trick of fate. But he worked diligently from the start. Soon there was order where once there was none. I fashioned this house for him, and I maintain it still. We remain in partnership, in interdependency.
He has never taken advantage of you? Of your generosity?
No, child. He has not. He can be short with me, as you have seen, but that is the extent of it. We have found ways to reconcile disagreements. Though your relationship with him, it is more complicated than my own, I fear.
Would you ever do a positive John Wick 1 video? I don't care enough. That's actually a good question. I'll probably cover John Wick 1 in the future. Just be interesting to do. Because I'm pretty sure John Wick 1. I mean, I know John Wick 1 is not without its flaws, I would say. Or maybe it is. I don't know. I've never looked that greatly at it. But I probably do it. I'll probably do it. I guess my plan is to cover all the John Wick movies. And when John Wick 4 releases, I'll try to cover that as fast as possible. So, yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. What I've seen so far is really good. I wonder how MauLer's John Wick 2 video is going. Yeah, wait, no, just Stardom is drawn in big names like Internet Historian. How long till we get the Pewds collab? Hey man, I'll just stumble into people. They just happen to get onto my streams. I wouldn't even be surprised anymore if someone even bigger just fucking pops up for no reason. I mean, he did pop up on Jay's stream, but because I was streaming as well, he was on my stream too. Yeah, I've only known of him. I've never watched a video, and now I pretty much binged all of the big videos he has, and it's some good shit. It's good rad. It's really cool, really funny stuff. Go show and give you them sweet views. I'm the high piece. Hey, argue all movies have flaws, but some movies have far less, and some have far more. John Wick 1 action was so good when he was careful to not get shot before the plot. I mean, suit armor. Yeah. They should just left it with John Wick 1. It's so good. Economy Hollywood star Rich Evans. Jay doesn't count. That's true. So drama in the story of this game. Olympians want the MC to join them. Hades is against it and we fight our way out. Anything else important? Wait, wants the Metal Commander to join them. What? I'm confused. Incredible content creator. Yeah. I was surprised there's not a lot of videos on his main channel. was like, oh, I almost watched all the videos, and I watched all the long ones as well. So there's only probably like not even an hour of content left for me to watch. But yeah, it's really, really, really entertaining one way or another. You never call up the woman hating podcast, EFAP. Oh, I would never. Fantastic Beasts 2 movie for the first time that I saw it in theaters and video. Fuck, that movie is terrible.
Reconcile our disagreements all the same.
How can I possibly accept such generosity, my child?
No, sorry, it's editing and
Surely
research is
others who
bonkers.
know
Yeah,
are
it's
not
really good.
accepting of such offerings.
I watched the Rainforest video of his. Man, they fucked that place up. Holy shit, I never knew about that, I think. Only heard about a thing that happened, but I never knew it was that crazy.
Nonsense, Nix. I want you to have it. You've always cared for me. I can't ever repay you for that.
Come for Fantastic Beasts.
Yushai's doing all right.
Yo, you mean Pave, right?
Megara's not around. Here's the catch of the day.
Rainforest, the antithesis of DashCon.
Anything?
Next.
Next. Right. Oh, we have 30 keys, right. I got that one on my last run. Boom.
The last of them.
Nice. What we got here? Fated Authority. Each rank gives you one... What is that? Used to randomly alter the reward for the next chamber. I don't even know what that is. Oh, it's dice. Oh. Use your one dice used to randomly alter boon and well of Karen choices. Alright. Unreasonable age art heist video and exactly. Oh, I saw that one too, yeah. Don't know why it's not on his main channel. How's your book going? Your autobiography? Slowly. Each rank gives you plus 1% greater chance for a boon to be epic. Ooh. Epic. Thereupon, each rank has a chance for a boon to be legendary or a duo if possible. Oh, those are both really good. But legendary is better than epic in this game, I think. So we probably want this one. So I say hello to Boodle and all these tism in the chat. See y'all and another time. All right, have a good night, man. So metal. When are you making a short film based off your novel? Next week. Celestial epic.
I can't.
Oh wow, plus 1%. Guess we should get some money going.
Power.
Just do some flumpy runs. It's better than epic in like 90% of the games. I don't know. For some reason, I always question that. I don't know why. Probably because I'm a tism. Well, the sword gives us more darkness, so we shall. Hey, boyo. Let's go with Swardenheimer.
I don't think so.
Don't really care for the harder runs so far. I don't know the combinations that well. Oh shit! I think I still have the Zeus Glorms. Especially because lightning will strike nearby foes. Yes, please.
Is my hair sticking up?
Oh, sick. Early Chaos Gate. I'm done with that.
I can take it.
El Myrtle, what's up, Field Medic?
I'll never get out of here if not for their help, but I can't let them know about Mother. She wants to remain.
Choose your companion. MauLer, plus 15% wits. Rex, plus 20% lust. Jay, plus 50% reputation. Malcolm, plus 30% wholesomeness. I think only if a runtime is rivaling my hours for honor. Damage, you cast hits 49% damage. Your attack is plus 60% damage. Each time you attack, get hit plus 4. Okay, guess we'll be using the special for the time being.
Should not have done that.
Oops. Deals more damage anyways. That's numero uno. I've heard all of EFAB many times. I completed Dark Souls 2. Nice.
Don't get in my way. Come meet my blade.
Come yum. More for a second pretending you're the wizard equivalent of Hitler. You're locked in a jail. They're going to take you from prison to London. Now, despite being able to teleport, they take you on flying horse carriage. But then, on the horse carriage, you reveal that you were actually disguised as someone else the whole time. And that a friend of yours was pretending to be you the whole time. This is Fantastic Beasts 2. Ah! That doesn't sound stupid at all. Can attack again. Whoop whoop. Plus 6% damage to attacks. That's pretty good. It gets worse. No. Hi Moodle. What's up, Scoop? Should have gotten. Have a lie down. Night messes. Have a good night. Oh, Athena. Very cool. It's like 10 more layers of why that scene makes no sense. That's a lot of layers.
That's what you get.
There's something that I've wished to tell you, Zagreus. There is no shame in your upbringing.
Botanical Corner's life. Yo, what's up, Plagued?
Were born and raised under the strangest circumstances.
Ooh, attack is stronger and can deflect. Yes, please. That's already over 100% more damage for my attack. We're doing pretty well, actually. Considering I just wanted to do some resource runs. I'm good, just flooping mushroompins. Very nice. Very nice.
Tolerated your impudence for long enough.
No, you didn't.
Oh, this is trouble. Oh, right. Oop. We
PG episode are not an ad. Which is still to the 106 to go. Ooh, I'll take it.
Security.
Security. The clown boy. Will the prison trial you there if you were someone else this whole time, but then you just walk out of the prison and no one would know you were gone? While playing horse-drawn carriages. Fuck is this movie? And memes at time? Alrighty.
Cheers. All mine.
That hand is broken. Doom, 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 doom. Oi. Ay. Ooh.
What's for sale?
Go Burpenheimers.
Guess I get a break.
Most of Knives Out movies are annoying to me because it feels like he's next to me constantly asking, "Did you figure out what's going to happen? Are they clever?" I'm trying to watch, take over and stop caring. Frovel's got a strum. No. Yeah, I saw it in like 2 hours or something, or like now 1.5 hours, I guess. But at the same time, let's make us connected somehow. Nice, dude. Double boons. I'm okay with this.
No pleasing all upon Olympus, I suppose.
Why, nephew, is this all some sort of jest to you? It isn't one that I appreciate.
Also fickle.
Me, uncle. Guess he's upset.
Oops. Before I'd go, I'd like to mention in the Fantastic Beasts 2, they have someone show up who wasn't even born at the time the movie takes place. Ah, obviously.
Ah, very well. Good show, young man. And I think I shall let you off the hook and take you back under my wing for now.
Ooh, epic chain lightning, double strike, lightning bolts. Makes have a chance to strike twice. Oh, that's all very good as well. Your lightning bolt effects deal damage in a larger area. Damn. Let's go with this because it's the faded Glorms. MauLer hibernating for a year. Boom, 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 boom. Go finish your TV part for the video. Only have like 3 hours and 10 minutes left. Alright, enjoy.
More louts.
I'm gonna leak it. No!
tune up this sword?
Curse slash like restores 2 HP per hit, but you have minus 6% health. Your dash strike hits twice and deals plus 30% damage. Look at this.
That's a blade.
Fishenheimers. Nice. Give someone his long lost row and some were born long after the parents were dead. Hey, it makes sense if you don't think about it. Battle her down.
Shall we?
It's been a while, Zagreus. You must have made it pretty far last time. Let's see. Outer reaches of Asphodel.
Outer reaches of Asphodel. And I have to say, Meg, you are positively a sight compared with that blasted bone hydra stewing away up there.
How very flattering to have compared me to the remains of some mindless, outsized lizard. Come, maybe I'll kill you just as easily as your new Hydra friend.
Wrecked. Snack from Harry Potter. Ew. Stupid fly. Fuck off. Fucker.
Where do you think you're going?
You know exactly where.
This kid it was hacked. Shirt says stays on during sex. Fucking better.
That one. Let's go up. Be there soon, Bone Hydra. Just a few rides across the Phlegathon and up we go.
Like a thon. Hermes. I don't know if to scan me.
That's good, that's good. She likes to put a lot of thought and stuff in everything. It's all a little much if you ask me.
Ooh, dash 2 more times. I'll take that.
Whatever, let's try it.
Why
I'll just help myself.
Now what happened? AIDS. What you bring me, Mr. Karan?
Kieran's shop.
I could just buy everything. Cool.
Pleasure doing business.
So then the boatman.
Power of Olympus. Off we go.
Wait, no, right now. Kill me.
Somebody lose a spine out there. Show yourselves.
My dash attack is Melty Man. Title dash. Your attack and special are strong on the first 5 seconds encounter. Ugh. As we go with the treasure.
Ocean's fury.
Going for resources anyways.
Dark thirst.
Yes. Wrong way when it came to Troy's. Phone to Nurgle. Exterminatus! It's the only way to be sure. Yeah. Oh, it's
I got the
you.
message that you need assistance, Zagreus.
There was YouTuber.
This won't take long.
No, it will not.
That's quite enough of
Power of the gods. Palmed up.
You held your own out there. I'm gone.
Hermes. Spider-Man 3 is a really good film. Fair Madman meets the bow. I really like the Bident. Bident is pretty cool. The gun with chain lightning is very nice though. That's some good shit. That's how I won my first run yesterday. Man, my dash strike is insane.
In the name of Hades.
Side hustle, always welcome. Uniform is pretty cool. Drawing you visually afraid of Jay Longbone's tits, proving definitely that you're the apex homosexual. Damn it! Why'd you do that? Metal exposed.
Kieran's shop. Why not?
Skin Flag also makes it exposed. Gotcha, bitch. Takes more damage when struck from behind. Oh. Oh no, I'm actually going with that one.
Should come in useful.
Some fine honkers if they're able to kill someone with those. God dang, well, there's a good woman. Yeah. Get clapped, fly. Yeah, bitch.
You touch me, and I shall have your head.
Heads. Dude, seriously, the fucking... My double strike. I'm melting that motherfucker right now. Hey. Jesus. I have to button mash a lot though. Actually hurts my Thumbenheimers. But this is pretty sick damage right there. This is actually connected. You lie.
Or else what, Father?
But for the sake of the meme, it's 7 long. German Slice suck. You can never catch us boss that easily. Yeah, they do suck. Dead Cells Metal. Which one was that? I think I did. Hang on, let me check. Is that the one I have? Dead Cells. No, that's the one I haven't played. .02 is actually round down, pretty much. It's just a run. This run is weirdly, really good. I wasn't even going for anything specifically. I mean, we did have the run yesterday. Pretty good one. Is he getting up saying shit? Ooh, nice. I mean, look at this damage I'm dealing. It's pretty cray-cray. He spawned right in front of one of those arrows, so he just got 600 damage in his asshole right away.
Stronger still.
Oh shit, another hammer? Fuck yes. Shifting paths, upgrade throws, resist at death. It's refund as well.
Come try me.
Your special hits twice, but longer knocks foes away. Ooh, your attack becomes a big chop that deals 90 base damage. Your attack fires a wave that pierces foes, dealing 25 damage. Damn. Let's go with that one.
My blade grows stronger.
Fuck yeah. Doing me up so late. Not tired tisms yet, just playing some Hades before I go to bed. You large glorm. You're up too. Exactly. Show me the way. So go see him the last check of Discord, get your notification, and there see Struman. Hello.
Always a pleasure, Charon.
You cast Sense of Blade Rift. I was using Death Defiance. Yeah, so being a phlismtism. Exactly.
Well, short one. It seems I must attempt to maim you here so that the
Ares 8s.
you at the gates.
You know, you hurt me with this short one business almost as much as with that axe. Why isn't Theseus short one? We're the same height.
No, the king is greater. He is the greatest king of Athens. What are you? A willful son of a fickle god.
I beat him like 5 times already. Oh. 1 round of gloves today? Nice. Can we talk about the fucking damage I'm doing right now? It's fucking insane. Then again. Kinda hurts, but ooh. Why do all lightning effects create an additional burst? Oh fuck, Vengeful Mood is really good too. Shit. Oh no. All the revenge is so good. Yeah, should probably take the legendary for prophecy, right?
I feel all tingly.
Stupid Schildenheimer. Just spite as predicted. I feel all tingly. Yes, Zach, that's what we call an erection. Gretchenheimers. What Jesus Spider-Man 3 was. Flew right into it. More? Jesus. Nice. Let's see if I know. Go away again. Oh. Get wrecked. So many deflects, dude. You can eat your panties though. Why would you eat your his panties? That's so fucked, dude. He probably needs those. You're in his cage. True, true. Too many butterflies. I'm gonna lose my life here. Ooh. Oh, we get the boss fight now. No Helfenheimer. Alright, let's see. Oh, wait. Gron. Michael Lorpenheimer.
That's better.
I can just buy everything. If you take damage, your foe is struck by lightning. Your lightning bolt effects have a chance to strike twice. Wait, that means I had double strike. Revenge for damage is pretty good though too. So far a video by an incel. Nice. I like both of those. You want to go to take the double strike because I want to know if it stacks with my already double attack with this one. It could be fun. An alt-right leftist? Damn, how was that?
Fine day or night to you as well, Charon. You enjoy that, mate? When it comes time to reconsider your price structure, hope you think of me.
Show me what you got.
Gentlemen.
And where do you think you're going, fiend? Thought you might scoot right past Asterius and myself without a fight.
Well, politics is annoying.
No, on quite the contrary. I've been under no impression that avoiding conflict is an option here. So say your piece and let's get on with it.
You hellspawn shall...
Look at all the lightning.
I guess they're testing me.
Real fan spotted. Yeah.
They say to never meet your heroes. Must be something I can do with this. You are my biggest fan.
You are my biggest fan. Theory goes of TV Paprikos was actually 2 PPS per critical and those correct access out to Disnoid Zealots. And they work at the same time on Vid, that's why there are many contradictions in their work.
Which one?
I should probably change that in the last run already. Forgot about that, to be honest. I'll take that, so we can get some health back.
So close.
So the review prestige. No, then it's just same thing, 100%.
Watch out, Vermin.
I wonder how good this build's gonna work against Hades, though. Oh, we got a Fischheimer.
Sure, why not? Come on out. Scuffer.
Guffer.
That's quite a stash there, Charon.
Not far from here, the dead begin their journey to their final resting
It's another Cosmo. Might be the largest. Symbol evidence that Cosmo just isn't an idiot.
Generous selection of his wares.
Alrighty. Go this way. Whoops. Cosmo. Oh, reduce damage. I'll take that. Take that gladly. Fuck off, stupid little fly. It's a little flumpy fly.
Need to keep looking down those
Did we
passage
got him? Kill the fly! It's so fast though, I can barely see it. It's the big fast. We can maybe get the vengeful revenge. Actually, I don't want to sell anything. Like Sanic. Oh, fuck. Dash right into that one. I would like another life, to be honest. Oh shit, we already got the thingy. Holy shit, those are 3 golden tisms.
A satyr sack for my boy Cerberus.
Aww. Blade effects deal damage in a wider area after you take damage, inflict doom on foes around you. Let's go with this.
Refreshing.
Refreshing. Liar.
Could check the other passageways before I go.
What the hell is that? Swap 1 hammer thing for 2 others? Okay. Random? Okay. No, I don't want to lose my main damage output, which is the double Nova Glorms. So I think I'll pass on that one. Never took it. Well, my dash deals all the damage for me, so I really don't want to use it, so I'll probably just get Athena.
Why not?
Abilities I can think also exposed. I think I go that with that one. God Gouge. Yeah. Because I'll dash around so quickly, I'll probably deal a bunch of extra damage. Well, with 2 lives, pretty much full health. Let's see if we can beat him with this build. Because we pretty much need to be in his face, unlike the other build we had.
Thanks, boy.
That's gonna be interesting. Funny part is I got pretty much a lot of resources anyways, so that's kind of cool.
I guess there's only one thing left to do. Isn't that so far?
I was probably jealous.
You know now what you're doing here is without any purpose whatsoever. Even if I don't slay you myself, you'll simply perish when you cross that threshold there. And yet you still persist.
I do. Besides, making these treks helps pass the time during the ongoing underworld renovations. And I'll be in tip-top shape once they're complete.
Would that we had a little more support. The renovations could have been complete by now. As ever, you think only of yourself.
Yes.
But if you must insist like this, then you will find me waiting for you once you get here. Every single time.
Cool story, bruh.
Here. To me, wretches, destroy my kin and an eternal torment to you who speak of this.
That's not fair. That's number uno. Beat in a true Olympic way with incest. Yes!
With a certain mindless strength, but such power has its limits.
Yeah, blah 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 blah.
You asked for this.
Hey, you can't just make new ones. Ah, the grabby hands. Nice. Damn. Good shit. Fuck off, Fly, piece of shit. Good job, thanks. Just too tired. That's alright. See you at home. Yeah, that double Nova was very good. Get clobbered again. I mean, yeah. Dash like it's twice and deals. Oh yeah, there you go. Double Nova plus double Edge. That's like that was a crazy combo. Special hits twice. With a special, double edge, dash strike hits twice, splitting bolt, lightning effects create an additional burst. So it was pretty sick.
Stygius shuddered as I picked it up.
That was pretty good. Well, time to die.
Our tale of the underworld's determined prince cannot further continue at this time.
Yeah, you get fucked, Dad.
Time does not stand still, and more, much more, shall someday be revealed. For now, there is no more to say or show from here, so let us say instead that Zagreus was cruelly killed again.
No, it wasn't though. Oh man.
Thank you everyone, you're too kind.
Such tardiness is oft to be expected from your brother, but from you, Thanatos? You're practically the god of punctuality.
My lord, I apologize sincerely for the lapse in my performance as of late. I think my duties following the recent war above took more of a toll from me than I expected.
Thanatos, even we gods require rest from time to time. Someday we might get it around here. once this accursed house is well in order finally. Until then, I appreciate your diligence.
Dum, 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 dum.
Didn't force you out.
No racism, I'm streaming.
Yeah, no. Yeah, darn it.
I was about to say the vilest thing ever.
Alright.
How you doing?
I hate that I have to, like, turn off Halo. I have to... They still haven't fixed this problem with Halo 2, where if I have the multiplayer installed, the game doesn't boot. I have to then uninstall Halo 2 from, like, the Steam game property section, re-download it while the game's open in order to play Halo 2. Very frustrating.
Achilles.
Something like that.
In the meantime, I'll take good care of them.
Just say it, Fringy.
No. We'll be right back. No, only I may dance.
Fringold and Longenheim. Yep.
Yeah.
What, you mean a gigantic infernal contract reserved only for extraordinary circumstances?
MauLer, good job on that video.
Thank you.
But yeah, I should go to sleep because I have not enough sleep during the weekday, so I need to floop the glang. Alright, have a good night, Julius. I was mostly enjoying the praise. Probably very much.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people are really happy with it, which is thankful because it spent a long time on it and good to know it wasn't wasted.
Yeah.
The extreme measures condition. You wouldn't dare. Do you have any idea what you're talking about?
Anything for you, Meg.
But when's part 4 coming out?
Tomorrow. Imagine I surprise drop that on everyone.
You're working on 2 at the same time and suddenly, yeah, drop a brand new one at the last, like the day after. That'd be pretty crazy though. 8 hours of Longman. Oh, here we go. Here we go. You know, brace yourselves.
It's just funny though, because like it's like, oh, how can you even talk about one movie this long? It's like the opening 10 minutes. I just talk about Lord of the Rings. It's like, wait a minute, you can talk about other movies?
Is that allowed? Is that Frank?
Check the rule.
10-minute video when need more Buffy reference though.
Yeah, there were I think 2 or 3. Three, yeah.
Hey MauLer, we're gonna need some new content soon, man. I'm glad John Wick vid is back up on Meta just dropped TFA Part 3, and I know you're not one to be outdone.
It's funny about those Buffy and Angel references. When I was first putting them in, Fringy hadn't finished the shows, and I was like, oh god, it'll spoil. But by the time he was watching the video...
Yeah, by the time we managed to watch the whole show. So we watched the entirety of Buffy in the time that it took you to make this. This video.
I saw that racist, sexist video posted, Mooper. Don't you know your review is longer, that the movie doesn't count?
Damn it.
Longer than the movie, it doesn't count. Sorry. I can't read. Oh yeah, Frankie, did you hear? I re-uploaded my John Wick video.
I did hear, yeah.
Nice.
Has there been any problems with that one, or
Not yet. Nothing of content claiming or anything. I mean, that's pretty much the same like last time. I just have to wait if it gets nuked in a week or something again.
See. Well, fingers crossed, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty. I probably ought to start up the stuff on my end. Alright, there we are. Yep, hello, hi. Ah, god damn it. Where's my game?
I don't know.
Why isn't it showing on the screen? No, it's because it's still Modern Warfare. There we are.
You're just stressed out because you're competing with Metal Commander. For all of Twitch.
Alright, let's play some Halo. I haven't played Halo in a while, so... Halo 3's out tomorrow, though, so, you know... Crimson Glory 287 just subscribed. Thank you very much.
All right.
I don't know what I'm meant to say, you know, like, other than thanks. You know, feels like I'm meant
Say
to put
fuck you. Say I hate you.
I just wanted to sub for no reason, and also people are now telling me I have to say no as well. Damn it. This is gonna follow me to the grave, and it's all your fault. Well, mainly Rags' fault. He's the one who pointed it out.
You know what? I'll let you believe that.
Alright, apparently... Wait, hold on. Like... I don't understand Twitch. Someone just gifted somebody subs. Thanks.
Wow, stealing all my subs. Thanks, man.
I'm the most stealing yours. I like how this is what people come to see me not understand this ecosystem at all, and just be like, wait, what's happening? Why are there these sounds happening in my ear? What are all these noises? How come I can't find matches? Don't do this to me.
Your attack bounces to one additional bar. I think I'll go with this one.
Hey Mel.
Yeah.
What is the better soundtrack, the Lord of the Rings trilogy or the Star Wars trilogy?
Oh,
Lord of the Rings.
Oof.
I enjoy that much more.
So, okay, so we're gonna have to talk about this. Because I just find this baffling. That, I mean, Lord of the Rings soundtrack is really good. Oh, by the way, I just noticed this. Apparently Thought is flagged by Twitch auto mod. Yeah,
wait,
so
what?
we're going to allow that, because Thought is allowed. Or Thought, not Thought, Thought.
Oh.
Apparently I've got a hype train incoming. I don't even understand what's happening. You have a limited time to... What is... Okay. SlowCuber17 just subscribed. Thank you very much. I have no idea what's happening here. Oh, so now we're gonna get Rags so that he can explain himself.
No, I have...
Explain it. Dude, he feels that way about you. Hello, Ragu.
Hello.
I have to
we're currently live on 2 different channels.
Oh my goodness gracious. Whose channels is it that we are currently live on?
Metal, Commandeer, and Fringo.
Oh my goodness, Friggled is making a video with the Metalman.
Yeah, he's decided it's time to tell everyone how wrong they are for thinking Lord of the Rings soundtrack is better than Star Wars.
Yeah. So what's your take, Rags? What's your take?
I just think it's better. I think it sounds better.
Why? Explain yourself.
I think there's more emotional range to everything. I think that it pairs up with the visuals better. I just think it fits better. I just like it better. They're both
feel
great,
like
but I just think Lord of the Rings just comes out on top.
See, I basically think the same, but the other way. I think that Star Wars music is more. And I guess the problem is like it's hard not to, because I think they're both phenomenal. I think they're both like excellent.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
This
but
is
oh yeah.
Music is insanely subjective.
Yeah.
I think music is subjective when we're talking about stuff that is like this good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. You could tell. Yeah.
All good.
Yeah, you could tell the difference between the extremes, but when you're measuring like the two arguably best, then it's, I mean, if there's a difference, then it's minute and minuscule. I grew up with all the Howard Shore CDs and the soundtracks, and I listened to them all the time, and I was always kind of into that music. I was into, at the time especially, I got into Enya through my parents. They listened to it a lot. They listened to a lot of classical music as well, so I was already kind of primed for that sort of stuff, really orchestral sort of things. Everything from Dvorak and Rachmaninoff and all that stuff. I was already, I mean, that was what I listened to oftentimes, because my dad growing up, he had this big speaker that would be in the living room, and he would always play stuff, and that's the kind of stuff he'd played. So I kind of grew to like it a whole bunch, which is probably what his plan was. Devious bastard. However, I'm very glad for it. But everything from classical music to Kate Bush to ELO to all kinds of different stuff, I really, really enjoy. And the music with The Lord of the Rings I get it. It just clicks for me perfectly.
It clicks for me too, but part of it for me when it comes to Star Wars is I think Star Wars has highly effective use of musical motifs in such a way that is almost unparalleled by any other piece of media ever created. The number of iconic, like, themes that recur throughout those films, like, pretty much consistently and in appropriate places so frequently is, like, unparalleled. I mean, Lord of the Rings does it too, but not to the same extent when we've got, like, Luke's theme, Leia's theme, Darth Vader's theme, Duel of the Fates, and like, the amount of reincorporation of old tracks into new songs, but in ways that are completely new and unexpected and interesting. Lord of the Rings does that, but not as much. Like, you know, one of the examples in Lord of the Rings is it's almost like the orc theme, right? Like, bum, 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 bum. Like, you hear that a lot. That's really cool, but that's like 5 seconds as opposed to Darth Vader's theme or like Luke's theme.
Well, you've got the Rohirrim music, you've got Gondorian music, you got music for the elves, you got music for the Shire, you got, I mean, it's... I don't even know, like, how to even argue it. Like, it's like,
I'm not sure how to argue it, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I could convince someone that it works better on some technical level.
I feel like it would take a lot of time to figure out how to prove it, you know. I think I said to more like prove it mathematically, but I can't personally, someone else to have to. I'm not sure how to prove it.
We should just be, I guess, kind of lucky that we got them both, and they both still hold up so well.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we really ain't got anything else that I think kind of gets to that point as these two, and it helps they had a lot of movies to do it. There's a lot of good Marvel stuff.
Yeah, Marvel's got some good stuff. They're underrated almost at this point.
I mean, if you were gonna say best soundtracks of all time, then those would be the top two: Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. I'd even say, because MauLer and I were talking about it yesterday, I'd say if I was gonna argue that the Star Wars franchise has the best music ever, I would include the prequels. Because I don't think you certainly don't lose anything by saying also we've got the prequel music, which is Star Wars. Because it's so good, and because we got to talking about this yesterday, it's all kind of a blur. But we were saying prequels I don't think would be nearly as fondly remembered
without
if
the music.
The score wasn't so good.
It's bad. I think that Episode 3 has the best soundtrack of the whole series. Personally, I think it's pretty phenomenal.
It's really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, apparently the hype train ended, and there are a bunch of emotes that people have now. So yeah, whatever that means.
The hype train? Yeah. What were they expecting? Some insane debate about what sounds better?
No, it's a Twitch thing.
It's
it was started before you even got here.
People subscribed, and then suddenly there was a thing that popped up from Twitch like, "Hey, I don't know, you got people I don't know, they're giving you money something." I don't understand, but you know, and I can't find any games in Halo. Have you is anybody playing this game?
I was in a call with Jay and possibly Metal.
Yes, that was yesterday.
Yeah, and he was in a lobby for like fucking hour and a half or some shit. It got ridiculous.
Oh well. I guess I'm gonna have to find. Oh, let me look up Steam charts. Let me see how it's looking. So I guess it will peak back up when Halo 3 comes out next week. But yeah, let's see. There are apparently there's 8,000 people, so I'm not sure why I can't find a match.
What would you say is the best song in Star Wars, Fringy?
Probably I think my favorite is Order 66.
I think fair choice. Mine might be the Battle of Heroes and
Battle of
Duel
Heroes
of Fate combo.
Battle of Heroes is really good. I feel like if I had to rank, #1 would probably be Order 66. This is including the March on the Temple as well. And then probably a tie between Duel of the Fates and Battle of the Heroes. And then I think 3 would be episode 6, Luke versus Darth Vader. The part
Yeah,
of the
that track
plays
is
where it
fucking
really
great.
Hands up. Yeah.
Dude, the variation on the Emperor theme to like sound tragic as Luke is beating Vader.
Yeah.
Like it's
so
oof,
good.
mwah.
yeah. It's pretty perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna swap to Call of Duty, I reckon. I'm not waiting this long. So, yeah, sorry. Back to the normal game. Alright. What would number 4? What would be like number 4? I feel like I really like the Darth Vader theme, but I feel like it's too obvious a choice, you know?
I think it gets to the point where I'd have to listen to them all, you know? Like,
I really like the Battle of Hoth music, though.
Hoth is so fucking...
Yeah.
The second you hear the opening, you're like, well, this is Hoth.
Yeah.
Hello, McGavin.
Oh my goodness, what an unfortunate face review.
What?
I went to FA to check and see if I had any notes, and someone did a face reveal, and it's horrible. Why? Don't. Just don't. Just don't. Don't do it. You look like who do you look? You look like who's that guy in Harry Potter, the werewolf? Lupin. You look like shitty Professor Lupin.
Shitty Professor Lupin.
Not to be confused with Lupin the Third. Da, da, bum, ba. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm operating from memory because I don't watch Harry Potter movies because I have taste.
Nice one.
Well, I mean, isn't the whole meme that, you know, read other books or something? Isn't that
Yeah.
a joke for people? Because
Like,
they always cite Harry Potter.
The good entry books, I guess, is it?
Yeah, it's
I mean,
like my
are
first
they?
magical journey. I'd recommend. But if it's kind of a shame that the rest of the series turned out kind of not good. But the first Aragon book I really like. There's the Prydain Chronicles, which is like the Black Cauldron. That's what it's based off of. That's really cool. Between the Two Rivers, right?
I got a real so I read a book called Selby Speaks in school. It's about a talking dog who goes on adventures, but nobody knows he can talk. So you know, he's like Gromit, well, sort of. And he goes on adventures. Selby Speaks, and the entire series that was Selby and then some other suffix at the end. Some ace shit. Fucking this random Australian book that nobody's probably read except for me.
Oh no, he did another face reveal with glasses. Why would you do this? Oh my goodness.
Wait, who is this?
I have no fucking idea. He's just a guy. It was on the front page of FA when I went to go see if I had any notes. I don't, by the way. But he did that this time with glasses.
Cool.
I'm going to give a tip to everyone doing face reveals. Don't look down at the camera. Don't do it. Because it scrunches up your chin and your neck. It doesn't look good. Look straight ahead.
Off we go.
You know, like there's the
up angle either.
You got the girls do this with selfies all the time because it'll hide how fat you are. So you take that upward angle shot from the top looking down. Yeah, there's a reason. There's some
the bottom, you know.
There's a thought process between for all the ho-ness, you know. It's easier to move it's easier to hold the camera up than exercise.
Can you imagine if that's like how if that's how they did you know, like Leonardo da Vinci had to have his like portrait from the top down, you know, like when he was painting them.
From above.
I can only paint you if you look at this precise angle. Otherwise, it will be terrible.
Except
I was going to do an Italian accent, except I just forgot it.
I thought I was about to say that. Like,
I was about to do a German accent.
Spaghetti.
You look mwah, beautiful, like a big plate of spaghetti. Like a
Racist.
beautiful,
Racist.
your round the cheeks are like a linguine.
Isn't it like kind of? It's not jingoist. It's like
Tortellini.
What's it to be prejudiced against a national identity? What is
Nationalist.
Is that xenophobic?
Yeah, but I thought no. Well, yeah, but are you against all people who aren't, or are you just strictly like I don't know. I don't know what.
Like I despise the Chinese and their government and people and their culture and their language and the way they look and how their eyes are too close together and how short they are and just everything about them. So I don't know what that would make me.
I'm not sure.
Stain.
Chinist.
Chinese.
Alright, is that Modern Warfare? No, it's not on the screen.
Did you start playing a game yet, Fringy?
Yeah, well, I had to update.
Oh well.
So, and now it's not coming up as an option.
Oh, now that Fringy and Metal are here, you could see this image I made talking about how terribly ineffective Mando's armor is.
Yeah, it's
all
it.
the empty spaces that you can shoot, yeah. Yikes.
All around me are the empty space.
Big red place.
I get it.
Thanks, you two.
Yeah. He's like, but he's got armor on. Like, yeah, but he throws himself into the middle of these firefights with reckless abandon. And I'm like, I don't know if I would. You ain't in Renaissance era Maximilian steel plate. I was like, I don't
Sacrifice
know.
spaghetti. Weird, but I'll do it.
Somebody asked me,
It's
now
my
that
duty
MauLer,
to
Metal, and
stand.
Rag's here, does that mean we won't be talking about philosophy and other randomtisms? Let's talk about philosophy, you guys.
Velocipaster?
Sure.
What?
I love philosophy.
Since when has that not come up on EFAB?
Yeah, I know, right? I like the implication that when it's just me, it's really intelligent, and when you guys come in, I just get brought down to your.
Well, that's good.
I'm not drunk. I know I'm talking about philosophisms.
Oh, I have drunks. I could drink, but I
Dude, it's
shouldn't.
like 9:30 in the morning, so it would be pretty stupid.
Oh, but it's 6:50 come for me, so I got time.
It's nearly 1 am.
Dude, breakfast drinking is the fucking best. You have no idea what you're talking about, Fringy.
Breakfast drinking?
Yeah.
Yeah. Eggs
Why
over
does
hard
this field
on the
of view
rock.
feels really low all of a sudden? I feel like something. This field of view feels low, and also I'm lagging. Oh.
I haven't played Halo in a while. I just stopped playing.
Oh, I'm playing Call
I
of
did hit
Duty
max
now.
rank, but I was just like, I'll go back when Halo 3's.
Well, Halo 3's out on
Halo 25.
Tuesday, I think. Tuesday, so 4 days from now. And you guys better believe I'll be playing some of that Halo stuff.
Why?
Yeah, I will be
Halo
too.
3 was what I was waiting for
I
really for like
believe that
13
you will
years.
play it.
I remember when I was a kid, I'm like, Halo 1 came out on PC in 2004, Halo 2 came out in 2007, therefore Halo 3 will come out in 2010. How naive of me to believe that that would be the case.
Microsoft decided they wanted to make all that extra money.
Yeah, and it was the right decision, evidently, because, yeah, they're doing a lot better. Well, I mean, they're not doing better, like, the Xbox as a brand is not doing very well, but, you know.
It's weird. It's almost like they don't care. It's so weird.
It kind of feels like they don't care anymore, does it? It does kind of feel that way.
You're just like, stuff, things, whatever.
You know, Xbox, July, we got our event, but I mean, maybe they're just, you know, maybe they're just holding their cards close to the chest, and, you know, Halo Infinite will be, incredible, but I'm kind of skeptical about Halo Infinite.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it, and I don't know.
Well,
just what to think about
did you
it.
play Halo Wars 2?
No, I didn't.
So in Halo Wars 2, they introduced a enemy faction that was like, it was kind of like, think of it as like, I don't know, the Taliban of the Covenant. Basically, they're like this. They're called the Banished. They're like this splinter group. Led by a brute called Atriox, and they're going to be the main enemy faction in Halo Infinite based on a teaser trailer. And also, leaked Mega Blocks revealed that.
Whoa, Mega Blocks.
Yeah, a leaked
guess
Mega
people
Blocks
buy
set.
Mega Blocks. I guess there's some...
maybe,
I guess
yeah,
there's
but
enough
Lego-
parents out there who mistake them
Who
for
cheap out on
Legos.
Lego.
That's like their
And then
whole
they-
market.
I like that. Yeah, that is their market, and then kids are like, "Mom, I want Lego." Like that's
These are
all it is.
Legos, the blocks with pointy bits on them.
Yeah, it's almost like the. I thought you wanted a Nintendo box. No, I wanted a PlayStation. You suck, Grandma. Like those conversations. And you know when that Xbox Series X comes out, you're gonna be like, you said you wanted the Xbox. Yeah, the Series X, not the Xbox One X. God, you're so stupid.
How come you hate me?
Mistake. I love that they're named in such a way that you can make such an honest mistake by the wrong console because they both sound identical. But you know, I mean, I'm hoping that. Oh. Cool, we lost. I'm hoping that a game will be good, but yeah, I'm just, I'm not skeptic. I'm you know.
Yeah, I just, we got a pattern developing of diminishing quality.
Well, and also a pattern that I was talking to Wolf and he noticed this, that Halo Infinite bears many similarities to a lot of other things that have been bad that were trying to present themselves as a return to the old way of doing it. The whole idea of, you know, hey, so we're returning to our roots, which is pretty much always a red flag in video games. Whenever that's said, it's almost certainly going to be a game that isn't as good.
Well, yeah, because generally you want to evolve in a good way over time. You don't want to have to hit the reset button and go back to your roots. You should not have to do that.
Well, it generally never happens for a series that was going well. Let's put it that way. It's pretty rare that a series that was doing really well will have them decide to go back to their roots.
Yeah, because if they keep improving and people buy it and keep liking it, they're not going to say, yeah, we're just going to stop doing the stuff people like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a good example is Dead Rising 4. Their whole marketing shtick was, we're going back to our roots. It's like, oh, how so? Well, we're bringing back the old character, but not with the same voice actor. We're bringing back the old setting, but not the same. We're getting rid of the time element. So basically, it's like the first game, except not at all. And if anything, you probably would have been happier if it didn't exist, because it drags the character you like through the mud. Like, just leave the old characters alone is kind of where I'm at when it comes to this. You know?
Pretty much every media by now, because they always ruin them.
Stop dragging the old characters through the mud, please.
It's like, I have good memories of this character. Please don't. No, stop it.
Yeah.
No.
I'm begging you. I'd rather you just stop. It's time to stop.
It's time to stop. Dead Rising 3 was alright. I think that's the last one I played. I might even have. I might even have Dead Rising 4. I don't even remember.
Dead Rising 4 was the one where it was Frank West again, but again, not the same voice actor, so more or less not the same character at all. I think that's one of the things when it comes to voice actors is when you replace them, it's known most of the time.
Yeah, voices are very easy to remember.
Yeah, especially when, you know, voice actors are basically required as part of their job to be distinct.
Dead Rising 4 is on Game Pass. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it probably is. Somebody... I've covered wars, you know. Yeah, I think that was the...
yeah, that's what he said.
Game. Is it just me, or are video games getting force-fed RPG elements? What do you reckon, guys? Too many games with RPG elements, or...
Well, we have the PlayStation thing about light RPG elements. Like people ask, "Hey, you gonna buy Horizon?" I'm like, I just don't care. I don't care about that. Another Sony third-person action adventure RPG light game with light.
The interesting thing with Horizon is it's pitched as an RPG, but from what I remember of that game, it's not. It's like RPG light, you know, where you have
it's an action adventure game with a light upgrade system.
Yeah, and as far as I'm concerned, an RPG means that I can develop very distinct play styles. Like in the sense that hopefully what Cyberpunk is doing is you know, you build very disparate builds. Like you build either a guy who's super focused on stealth, a guy who's super focused on melee combat, or stuff like that, you know, as opposed to, hey, you have 20% additional stealth. Like, whatever that means,
just
you know?
stealth.
Yeah, it's like really shitty passive upgrades all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the Ratchet & Clank remake was that.
Yes,
It'd
it
be like,
was.
movement speed increased by 1.1%. You're like, what the fuck?
1.1%. Fuck yeah.
Wow.
This is going
Ratchet
so
and
fast.
Clank reboot. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I mean, I like that game, but compared to the original, oof. The original
me,
and
like-
like 2 and 3.
I love significant upgrades where you get it and you're like, oh boy, this is gonna make a huge difference now. But,
Yeah, 1.15% speed increase.
the kind of thing where you're like, I don't know that I'm
I
gonna
don't
see
understand
this.
what that means. Yeah, or like your weapon does 10% more damage.
It's like, oh well, you know,
As
useful.
opposed to what it was in the old games where a weapon upgrade would drastically alter the function of the weapon.
Oh yeah, I mean, Rags, when he was talking about Bioshock Infinite, I think the other day, it was Bioshock 1 to Infinite, right? It's like, you can choose to do like a functional upgrade on your gun, or like a damage upgrade, or something. Like, you remember the pistol?
Well,
you
yeah, in
get
the
upgrades?
originals, like
Like
the harpoon gun upgrades would essentially change just what the gun did. You could set down like tripwires and stuff as
Yeah.
traps, and you could do that with the grenade and proximity mines. And you had the electric buck and the exploding buck, and like it would really change what you would use it for, even if it wasn't exciting, like anti-personnel rounds and anti-material rounds.
Well, that was reflected in the plasmids as well, and like you'd be like, you can throw fire at someone, or you can now hold it down. You build up like a flamethrower.
Yeah, in Infinite they had like more plasmids, but like
Dude,
90%.
Borderline doesn't work.
90%
Like,
were
in
fucking
Infinite-
garbage.
Infinite didn't have really that many, and most of them were like copies or pointless.
I felt like they were outclassed. Like the
Murder
crows, man.
crows,
the crows
yeah.
are like pre-win.
The best one. And you can lose into a corner. How insane is that? It's possible to literally lose into a corner. That's like #1 cardinal sin of video game development, and they did it. What a garbage game.
I did that myself in Fallout 3 when it first
I'm
came
pretty
out.
sure I've done that, yeah, in games where I've lost into a corner and it's like, oh, I guess that's it for me, you know?
And it wasn't even like a haha, you killed yourself essentially. I remember like I like was testing them out and I hit a cow in Metaton, and it was like, you've committed a crime that sends the entire town after you. I was like, whoa, I'll pay for it.
I remember that when I was playing Red Dead Redemption 2, I accidentally fired off my gun in it's Sanzani, I think, the city, and that ended up making me have a $300 bounty on my head for a good portion of the game, because I accidentally shot my gun and it was reported to the police immediately. It was really fun, actually, though. That was a really fun Red Dead Redemption 2, man. That game is pretty much a masterpiece. Ratchet and Clank 1 through Gladiator is where it's at. Yes! Yep, that is like, oof. That was like the gold. That was such a great time for video games. 2000 sort of to 2005. This game's spawns are awful. Yeah, they suck. I do like this game, but yeah.
Of course, also makes them together, but they're lame. Yeah, those classes were fucking shit.
Apparently, someone wants to know, MauLer, when is your unbridled praise of Wallace and Gromit Curse of the Were-Rabbit coming out?
What?
Did you promise that?
Wallace and Gromit Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
Dude, that movie's really good.
Yeah, I
liked it.
good.
Yeah, I did like it.
Aardman made good movies. Well, Flushed Away was not great, but...
Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
I just remembered that.
But Chicken Run, and, and they're making a sequel, but, Mel Gibson's not gonna be in it.
You're not allowed to have him these days.
Because he's insane?
Yeah. Well, he said some pretty edgy stuff lately. Well, lately, I mean in general, but, you know. But, you know, I like parts of Hacksaw Ridge. It's the best Wallace and Gromit. Yeah, I think so, actually. I think if you had to pick one, yeah, Curse of the Were-Rabbit. But it's almost unfair because it's a movie. And The Wrong Trousers is really good. They're not bringing back the voice of Ginger either. Well, then what's the point of making the movie if the two leads aren't even going to be in it? Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima. It's not Tsushima, is it?
Stew.
Ghost
It's
of-
like
Ghost
stew.
Ghost of Sushi.
I just want sushi now.
Sushi.
I'm really looking forward to that game. Actually, I think that game looks pretty amazing.
I've only heard of it. I don't know anything about it.
Wait, which one?
Ghost of Tsushima Sucker Punch's new game. You play as a samurai / shinobi.
I'm not interested if I'm not a Samari.
Well, you can play as either a Samari or a shinobi.
Sick. I'm gonna pre-order it right now.
You play as Tonal Bloke?
Total Loke sees Japanese
Oh,
little
dude.
clown boy running around.
You imagine that in like little voice files that he says like, whatever you grab will kill somebody. Like little clown boy.
It's a little clown boy.
Loke of Tone. Make that into a video game.
The Loke of Clan Tone.
Tonal Yee.
Little clown boy.
Clown boy.
What is lost into a corner mean? Basically, it's where you reach a point where you have to actually like reset the game in order to continue because you've expended all of the resources available to you.
Is soft lock a term for that?
Yeah.
Yes.
When you're
Maybe.
soft locked, is you can technically still play the game. You just can't progress because of either a bug or
Or you save right in
some-
front of an enemy that is
some
about to kill
design
you,
thing, yeah.
and you don't have
Yeah,
any
so
other
you
save
can-
game.
I remember that happened to me in Dying Light. I had two weapons that were basically useless, and I had to punch the enemies 20 times to get through it. No, more than that.
Really?
I think it took me 100 hits, and I was like, wow, I fucking
Damn.
hate this game.
I have no idea how you did that because I love Dying Light.
I don't.
I
personally.
love it. I think it's one of the best games I've played.
I thought I'm interested in Dying Light. I guess maybe I don't hate the game, but I just didn't have that fun of a time with it. And there were parts of it that I hated.
I always saw
I've
it. I
had
ever looked at it. It looked
huge amount of
fun,
fun
but for
with
some
it.
reason I never actually played it. I don't know why.
I don't know. Part of it for me is I have big hang-ups about first-person melee combat.
Really?
I'm not-
well,
I'm
yeah, that's
not a
fair
big
enough.
fan.
Because between Dying Light, Vermintide, Mordhau,
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I haven't played those games, so you know.
I play those are kind of the three games. I know Vermintide and Mordhau I play a shit ton of. So it's weird that first-person melee games have kind of become one of the staples of my gaming diet.
It's interesting, totally different to me because I basically, if it's not third person, I'm generally not interested. I think that Devil May Cry is like example of, you know, that it. I feel like a lot of the time when I play a first-person melee game, I don't get the feedback that I need to feel like the hits are really connecting. That tends to be my big hang-up. But again, I haven't played Mordhau, so maybe I should, and then maybe
Mordhau
I'll
is really good, super solid.
Yeah, I only played a
it's
little bit, but it's really good.
Yeah, the mechanics are really excellent. There's not too much going on so that you could learn it, but it's not so simple that it gets boring, and there's a lot of stuff you could do, and the weapons have a good trade-off of feeling like real weapons, but being slowed down enough so that you could actually fight people and fake them out and duck and chamber and block and all that stuff you could do. However, I need to pee. Pee time.
Yeah, no worries.
Good luck.
Let us know how it goes.
Oh no. Sounds like he's dying.
Hello there, Mr. Pringles, Molrus, and Metal.
Hello.
Oh, hi to Rags. I'll let him know he didn't say hi.
In fairness, Rags wasn't here when you
And
read it out,
also-
so it only makes.
He's not in the YouTube video thing that I posted to let people know about this. Wow. Because he joined afterwards. I'm doing the best I can, alright? I don't understand this internet mumbo-jumbo.
It's because you're stupid.
Subscriber hype train, what's going on?
Hype Trap, that's just an automatic thing that Twitch has implemented. I
Yeah.
deactivated this because it's fucking stupid.
Well, I figured that the whole point of it is that it's... I guess the problem is it's hard for me to view any of these platforms without some sort of cynical mindset. I imagine that the whole point of a hype train is to get people excited to like donate and subscribe so that they
Yes.
feel a external pressure to do it.
That's
and so
exactly
they
the
make
point.
financial decisions they might not necessarily make if they were totally being rational. That's how I imagine.
Train.
Yeah, it's just oh, if there's 2 more subs, the train moves or something.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
But I guess that's what I mean, right? Is like just to toot my own horn for those of you watching, I want to encourage you only to do those things if you feel like it. That's me. Good, nice Fringy. Humble Fringy.
Yeah.
I'm
If
not-
you
I'm
don't
getting
feel
money
like
even
it,
if you don't want to.
if you don't feel like it, and still want to do it.
Give Rags money even if you don't want to.
Yeah.
I agree
Even
with
if
Rags.
you hate my guts.
I was about to do this joke, but everybody cut me off.
what was the joke?
well, you know how you hear all those stories about people who win the lottery and they go broke and they start living on the
Dude,
streets? So
I'm
if you
so
hate
glad
me, if you hate me, give all of the money that you can to me and get me super rich so that it corrupts me and I end up destitute and poor and hungry on the streets. Play the
I'm
long
so
game
glad
and
you brought
give
this
me your
up.
money.
Yes, I think 2 days ago, because yesterday on Thursday, today's Saturday. So Thursday there was a lottery here for $80 million, and out of curiosity, I started reading into what tends to happen to people who win. It tends to ruin their life, winning the lottery, because they learn. Becoming rich really quickly changes the way that people treat you, and it changes the way that you view the world. Like, everything changes suddenly, and a lot of people can't cope.
Because
Oh,
if,
they
if
also-
an attractive lady's like, I like you, you're like, be gone. That's the sort of
Be
thing.
gone, Tot!
Do you like me for my money? Yeah. Well, remember, Rags, you can't say thought on Twitch. Somebody
If
typed
I'm-
out
if
thought
I'm
into
rich.
chat, and it came up as...
Oh,
the
if
word
I
you
could
know
just
what.
buy Twitch or YouTube, Jesus Christ. Oh.
That would be
I just
pretty
buy
cool.
it and be like, I don't know, just no rules, just fucking go for it.
Well, I mean, like I said, thought came up, and I was like, wait, is this... Because it said, oh, this might be a bad word. Should you allow it? It's like, of course I'm going to allow it. Thought's fine. It's okay,
That
it's
hoe
fine.
over there. So really, the controversial word is hoe. Is hoe allowed? Like, of
So,
course
if
hoe
you
is
do a
allowed.
Santa Claus can't do a live stream. Oh, bad.
Oh, that
Twitch
poor
police
guy.
bust out his door.
Well, this is what I'm talking about when you hear about companies crushing freedom of thought. This is what they mean.
Freedom of thought.
However, I will
I
gladly
get it.
take the risk. If I will gladly win the lottery and take the risk of it ruining my life.
Yeah.
Hey Rags, I've
I will-
almost posted all of the memes we covered. I'm nearly
Oh
there.
my god.
Oh, the Longoid's here. Congratulations to TFV, Longoloid.
Okay, I mean,
I-
I hope you enjoy it. We'll enjoy
I
it.
almost feel kind of bad, like with my desire to sort of say certain memes are just that good. They're just a step above because I appreciate all the memes that we get.
The memes.
And then you see something like the song we had at the end, the Billion song,
Yeah, that
and
was great.
Catastrophica's animation and stuff. And you're like, man, that's just like
Fuck
the
you,
amount of
game.
work that went into it is insane, and it turned
Well-
out so crazy good.
The one I always reference is that Kingsman church scene. That was amazing as a meme.
Yeah.
that one. Oh.
It's a meme.
Just a
It
meme.
would have taken so long to make.
So when does Metal start doing MauLer merch giveaways? Wait, I forgot. Did you put an update on that in your video?
Yeah, it's I talk about it at the end.
Oh, so
It's
now
now
I,
get
so I,
mutually merch at Teespring now.
I could just send stuff that I already have here to people. Here, take my used
hi-
cup.
Hi everyone. Any writing updates, Fringy? Yeah, I did 2,000 words this morning before I started the stream. So
Before he started
2,000
drinking.
words.
What did you do to them?
what
I
did
know
do to
people-
the 2,000 words.
I told Rags about this. Mel, you saw it, so you know.
Huh?
Remember the guy we covered who was angry at his viewers for demanding like work or whatever, and he said it's difficult writing 1,000 words per month.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, is he kidding?
I'm afraid not.
1,000 words a month. That's like 50. That's okay. I was about to say that's 50 words a day, but that's
Well-
incorrect. It's less than that.
I'd be like, so it's impossible to say you have any passion for this if you, because
Yeah.
that's how do you even stay under
MauLer,
that?
go. MauLer, do what you normally do. Go to math.com and put in the numbers
Yeah,
and see
crunch
how
the
the
numbers.
Yeah,
like,
crunch the numbers on math.com.
I'm pretty sure
Per
that's
day?
35 words per day. I
Hey,
think
what's up,
it's
Finn?
about, yeah, about
30 days a
35
month,
words per day.
1,000 words. Yeah, it's gonna be about
Yeah.
What's
33 words a day.
0.3?
Yeah, it's
so
33.
yeah,
but
so
at the
about 33.
well, it means that on the last day of the month, you got to push
He writes
yourself a little bit
34
harder
yeah,
to make that
35.
34 words. But you know, it's actually it's totally in the clear because your last words will be the end. So really, the last day is just it's almost a gimme. You only got to write like 32.
There was a lot of
1,000
memes
words a
relating
month, wow.
to how you say the word no, Frankie. Do you know anything about this?
Shut up.
Talking about that. Hello, no man, long man, metal man, and good doggo.
Hello.
Although so many fucking The Last of Us 2 memes with just
Yeah.
us drawn over the whatever the hell is happening in DC.
I can write 1,000 times. Just have 1,000 tisms. Dude, next payday I'm dropping at least $100 on a Teespring. No, you can't do that. You need to sub like 17 times to me. I promised it, I think. That's how it works, right? That's how you guilt them into subs, right?
No Man's Sky. No
You
Man's
got it.
Sky.
No, I'm joking.
1,000 words a month is insane to me. That's baffling.
1,000 words.
Sometimes you just sit down and you like 1,000 words and you don't even really think about it. You just sort of get in the zone and you're like, I'm just gonna write some stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom,
When you get in
1,000
the
words
zone.
go by.
Well, I mean, yeah, like you, and again, you can write because I wrote 2,000 words about 2.5 hours. It's not that. You can
Thanks
write
for
a
the,
lot.
for the gifted sub, James.
Like if you set time in the day, which is probably what I would say. I like how I'm giving advice. Hey, if you want to be a writer, coming from somebody who's never finished anything in his life, like, but
Aw.
you know, the main thing is you can set time every day and you'll be surprised how much progress you make.
How does this even work? Like, when I first made notes for John Wick 3, I probably had like 10,000 words just for notes.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing, man. What is it? 260,000 is my TFA series. It's just like I don't understand how you can write so little as to do 1,000 per month. What do you mean?
It means he's not working most days of the week, and even the days he's working, like, who said
33
this?
words a day.
Who said this?
That's the thing. The sad part is because I can still picture the setup, like what the guy looked like. I know it was like soy based sort of thing, but like he was aimed at the camera and see shells in the background, and I still remember it vaguely, but nothing more than that.
Pretty bad damage.
Wait, so who was the person who said 1,000 a month? Who was that?
So you just completely ignored what I said. Okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
Fringy was
Sorry,
writing.
I was playing Call of Duty. Who was it? Just
Why the fuck would I answer the question again? Are you gonna listen this time? I don't think so.
Okay,
I
well,
didn't listen either. Tell me again.
Wow.
Or I did listen, but remind
Get
me
wrecked.
just for verification purposes. Say again what you said, just so I have information all squared
Just so
away.
that you can verify it.
No, can you
Yeah.
believe I explicitly
Captain
explained the
Price.
name of the YouTuber and they didn't even remember it? Crazy.
Well, chat. Oh, Quentin. Everybody's telling me it's Quentin. All right, thanks.
Wow, they must really hate Quentin.
Oh, so it wasn't. Okay.
You lucky bastard got it. Exiled Hunter got the gifted Subheimer. But he might not even be here, because everybody who's following can get a sub that's been gifted. I write more than 1,000 words and I work with numbers. One day I'll show my story, Fringy.
Tell my story.
It'll be finished at some point. Like it's getting there. Give me another month or two, and the first draft will be done if I can keep the pace. Which is and that'll be like that. I haven't finished the first draft before, so I'm hoping that it's going to be one of those like eye-opening watershed. You know, I'm going to cry over my manuscript and just be like, I'm so happy. Otherwise, it will feel like I've wasted all the time if I don't break down into just slobbering tears.
Can't just have regular tears?
So
No, they need to be. They need to be particularly.
Keeping our contractor rather
Oh, you know, just giving back to the community.
livable.
Are you writing a book, Fringy? Yeah.
Fucking playing Hades thanks to the sub. Why wouldn't we hate Quentin?
Fringy writes books like Batwoman writes wrong.
Well aware, thanks.
I get it.
That's
You
not
can put
fair,
that in
though.
your-
He writes, though.
I know it was just more
I
of
do
the-
write.
yeah, he does write. So if he
But-
even if he writes 33 words a day, he's still writing more.
He's still writing more wrongs than Catwoman.
I'm gonna miss Ruby Rose's character. She's so awful.
Yeah,
Come
she's,
on, live!
it is kind of interesting how outright villainous she is and is
Nah,
portrayed
I mean, she
regardless
literally
as a
killed a man in
hero.
cold
I like-
blood and a
I like the
mythical
idea her legacy in Gotham will be a positive one in the show, but we will remember the truth.
Yeah, we are the keepers of the sacred
We're the real
truth.
underground. Yeah, we're the
We-
keepers
we
of the
know
truth.
what
We're the
happened.
librarians.
Ooh, thanks for the fellow. I'm writing this up. This is the person that only showed up once.
What do you guys think about battle royales? Asks.
Uh,
Yeah.
Depends. I play Apex Legends pretty often. I'm like an hour shy. I'm at like 999 hours in that.
Nerd.
I got friends to play it with, and I like it. I would recommend everyone give it a try. Just don't fucking buy anything. The monetization, that's garbage.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm fine with the concept if they're done well and if the gameplay's good.
I
But
agree.
it depends.
I don't really have a problem with them. They're just not the type of multiplayer games. I like being able to respawn. Like, for me,
Yeah.
not being able to respawn kind of is a big dampener. It means that you
It's-
have to play very differently.
That's what I actually liked about Call of Duty, that you had the ability to get your teammates back if you play well enough.
Oh, more time, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those playtime, like time invested per actual gameplay kinds of ratios in these games can be bad. You could get into the game, load it up, get playing, find a game, choose your characters, drop down into the zone,
And then
walk
die very
around,
quickly.
not see anybody, gather loot for 10 minutes, and then just poof, just die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's why I
that's a
can't play
big
Escape
thing
from
off me.
Tarkov. I just don't have fun with that game because it's just a waste of time.
What about Mordhau Battle Royale? Somebody asked. Is that a thing or?
I've never, yeah, Mordhau has a battle royale mode. I have never played it. I have like 600 plus hours in that game. I've never played battle royale. I have no interest in it. I play the objective modes, frontline and invasion.
I don't think it's a surprise at Battle Royale because I think the whole concept of 100 people fighting till the last man standing has an innate appeal. Because I remember like Minecraft had that as a mode that existed where there was Battle Royale like before PUBG came around. I remember the Division had a Battle Royale mode that I really liked, Survival. I thought that was really fun, but nobody
PUBG
played it,
dead?
so...
Oh my
Nah,
god,
there's
Metal
some people
Froggle
playing,
is
but
winning.
It's not nearly as popular as it was before.
Because that
When
was
you're playing Halo,
dethroned MOBAs.
Yeah.
when you're playing games like Halo and Call of Duty and stuff like that, and Mordhau is one of the best examples, you're like always fighting. It seems like Doom is probably a great example. You're always fighting in Doom.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of time where you're just not fighting or shooting at people or doing stuff. And so to tell people that, yeah, it might be 10 minutes and you just never even like see anybody, or you just never run into anyone, or the first fight you get into, you die and you have to get into a new game, which involves a new lobby and a new group and dropping in again and relooting up and everything. Yeah.
Big time investment.
However, I guess to a degree, you could call like Trouble in Terrorist Town a battle royale, and that's a great game, and I love that. In fact, I need to boot Gmod back up and play that shit.
We can play it on my next rank stream.
That would be great. I would love to play TTT, but we'd all have to take vows of secrecy.
Yeah. We
How does
did.
TTT work again? Played Mafia. Similar.
Yeah, it's basically like Mafia, where there's a bunch of terrorists, but one of them is a traitor. And the traitors know who they are, but the innocents, they don't know who the traitors are, and so the traitors have to kill everybody without giving it away. And a lot of it has to do with how you talk and how you behave and things of that nature, which makes it super fun and adds a lot of skill to it. But it also means that we can't be in a call like together other than game chat. Because being in chat together outside of the game defeats the purpose of kind of the game. So we'd have to just use in-game communication, because once you die, you can't talk anymore. No one can hear you anymore, which is part of the strategy. But I would love to do that. I would do that. That's just like the stipulation to make the game work, is we can't be in a Discord call. Well, that's fine. And we can't have a bunch of people sneaking everybody's answers and stuff. Like if someone on stream, like whoever's streaming, if they die in chat, tries to say who it was and stuff like that, or which is probably not going to happen because things have to line up for that.
I played it on stream before when Vader had his birthday, and worked very well. Worked good.
Oh yeah, it's a great game. I love it. Good stuff.
Come yum.
Come yum. Holomutal, Mupshly, Fringy, no. And hi Rags.
Hello.
How was recording Tisms? Was good? Was very good.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime Trilogy Remastered, anybody? Yeah, definitely.
I'd play that. I played a shit out of that.
PC? Yeah.
I remember that was, I remember reading an article that said that it was leaked and it was going to come out in July, but I don't know. But I think Nintendo is doing a direct in July, so maybe that's. I really want Metroid Prime Trilogy on Switch.
I want it on PC.
You have to. Well, I mean, yeah, I think I'd want it on PC as well, just so that I could have it permanently. But also, you have to do a lot of work for if you wanted to do Metroid Prime, because Metroid Prime controls got made for motion controls for Wii. You'd have to change Metroid Prime 3. I mean, it probably would be worthwhile to just remaster the games at that point, or rebuild them.
You have a Switch, Mupshly. Well, I think we all do have one.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if you didn't have one at this point. It's such a high value console.
I played 2 games on there. I don't know. And I hated. No, okay, I played 4 and I hated 2.
Wait, what? On Switch?
Nah, didn't hate, but I played Astral Chain.
Oh, yeah, Astral Chain, yeah.
That was whatever.
I barely played much of it. I own it and I bought it. I paid money full price for it and I haven't touched it, basically.
Played it all the way on stream. There's a bunch of funny clips on my highlights from there.
Right.
Played Breath of the Wild. That was okay-ish for a bit. Played it all the way through, but I didn't really like it that much. What else did I play? Smash Bros. That's always good. That's always good shit.
Yeah.
Mario Odyssey, was that the one that was on Switch?
That's Mario Odyssey.
That's pretty fun. That's always just fun.
I do like Odyssey.
Yeah, can a metal podcast be called Metalcast? It can, but I don't plan on having a podcast.
You making a podcast?
No.
This might be like the proto episode of it. I don't know yet.
James bought all the Switches. That's a lie. I bought mine myself.
You guys heard about the Kickstarter to make Shad's book into a short film? Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Wow, that sounded so dismissive and angry.
Breath of the Wild is great, you massive. Nah, I disagree. I really didn't like it that much.
Nintendo seems to hate the Prime trilogy, maybe because they didn't make it. They didn't want to make a 4th one at first. And they aren't using the same studio. Yeah, they are. It's Retro now. It was Namco Bandai, but now it is Retro. And I don't believe they hate it, because if they hated it, why would they release it and re-release it on the Wii U as well?
For money.
Metroid Prime is the most successful the Metroid series ever was.
So clearly it's for money.
I'm just saying, it'd be pretty stupid to hate it.
No, I know. It's cool, by the way. Right, if you look at the top 100 or 50 games of GameCube, most lists have Metroid Prime at #1.
of the best games, yeah, and that's
which is saying something because
masterpiece.
GameCube has a
And the
lot of competitors for best game.
Yeah. Well, I remember like I think, damn it, I'm totally lost my train of thought. I know that Metroid Prime 1 is the one that everybody considers to be the best, and I'm inclined to agree. I really like Metroid Prime 1.
It's just because it's the other ones, they have to be like, right, we did that already, now we got to do some interesting other stuff. Which doesn't mean that it's bad or anything, it's just that the first one is so refined in terms of what they're doing.
Yeah, it is quintessential 3D, like what Metroid is in a 3D, you know, plane, basically.
Really satisfying as well, because we were talking about upgrades earlier, right? The first health upgrade you get is doubling your health. Like, damn.
I haven't played Metroid Prime, so I hope it comes to Switch. Well, I hope that 4 comes out at some point, but I mean, I feel like that game is still a couple of years away at least. Because it got announced, then they had to restart development, I think, at the beginning of last year, so it's only been in development for like 1.5 years.
Power of Olympus.
Wind Waker is probably my favorite GameCube game.
What's
Yeah,
up,
I've heard a lot
Russian
of good
Space
things about
Doggo? We have 2 doggos in here now.
Space Doggo.
Which one's right?
A Russian Space Doggo, even.
Leica?
Sure.
Well, that would be the Russian space dog, yeah.
It's kind of weird with the weapon durability. I mean, just pick another weapon. Doesn't seem like a big deal. Weapon durability can fuck off in Breath of the Wild. It's fucking worst shit ever.
I wonder if they're gonna keep it in the next one.
I'll say.
I would.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like the game that meshes well with that mechanic. It's not like if Fallout does it well or something like that. Because I'm fine with it in certain contexts, and others I'm just like, what? Just don't waste my time.
It's fine if it doesn't. It just fucking breaks after like 5 hits, especially in the beginning. You're just searching for fucking things to hit people with.
Remake is my favorite GameCube game. Yeah.
What is?
RE, it's not mine. Some in chat. RE, like Resident Evil remake on GameCube.
The remake of the first game?
Yeah, that's the one.
I need you to end me, Moodle.
Yeah, I know a lot of people love that game.
I recall the graphics for the remakes were pretty damn good.
It was
for
really
being on
good
GameCube.
for 2001, yeah.
I got Resident Evil remake and Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance back to back and played them all day, and I was like, holy shit, the GameCube is violent. It just wasn't playing all the cuddly cartoon games.
I mean, I definitely had more games on PS2 than GameCube, but GameCube, I have a game called Hot Wheels World Race. I don't remember anything about it. Oh wait, I hate this map. No.
No.
And near Palace, where like 2/3 of the map is nobody there.
Dying Light. This already is supposed to be using stasis bombs and magma. Wait, I think people are talking about Breath of the Wild and some.
Well, in Breath of the Wild, you can use the abilities to try and. But yeah, it's still annoying when your weapon gets destroyed after like 10 swings. And the Master Sword doesn't break, but you have to recharge it.
It recharges over time, yeah.
Yep, I remember when it came out, that was getting complained quite a bit.
Because people don't want to, like, there are certain games where upkeep is part of the game, and it can act as a limitation for how much you can do.
You can't repair weapons. That's the big problem. You can't fix them. They break.
What?
I think.
Oh, are you shit? What?
I don't think you can fix them in Zelda.
Yeah, so, Rags, the way it works is you can pick up all kinds of weapons. You can hold like fucking 50 or some shit, but they all eventually break, except the Master Sword, that when it breaks, it regenerates.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah.
And especially the beginning.
Don't like that alone makes me not want to play the game.
Oh, the game's really good. It's just weapons break.
I don't think it's really good. I think it's okay. That's all I think about this game.
I really like Breath of the Wild. Admittedly, I'm not big into Zelda, so I don't know how it's stacked. Well, I played Ocarina and I wasn't a big fan of that, so.
I just don't think it needs an open world. I think it was a neat idea and it looked nice, but the fucking console couldn't handle it.
Yeah, but like the open world is so cool. There's so
No,
much.
it's
to
so
find.
boring. There's nothing happening.
I disagree. I think that the emergent gameplay that game provides is really unique and fun.
I did
The
2
fact that
side
you can-
quests, and twice I got shit things. I was like, okay, I'm not doing side quests
but
anymore.
the thing is, I wasn't playing it for things. Like I was just playing it to see what I could do. Like when I first made a recipe, I was blown away. I was like, I could like cook different meals by putting all these ingredients into a pot. That's insane.
Yeah, and then you do it
It was-
5 million times, so you can get heals over and over again, and you can only do one at a time. And I almost fucking killed myself when I heard that fucking jingle again.
I think it's a cool game. What can I say? I like it.
It's a neat idea. I did enjoy the one playthrough, but I'm never going back to it. I don't even want to explore
Well, I
it
mean,
again. I don't care.
Critique of Breath
Maybe,
of the Wild Part 1 when?
Well, yeah. Well, the sequel was
No, I
gonna come
don't
out,
want to
and that-
play the game.
Yeah, but they tried something new, and they actually did innovate. That's kind of the thing. That's why I respect it so much. It's an innovative game.
That is the sound
and
of metal not caring.
Compared to Ocarina of Time, which I didn't find fun at all, I found that game boring
Damn,
as
hot
shit.
takes all over the place.
Well, I'm just saying it was boring. Like, I played it, and I got up to one of the villages. I didn't even get that far, but I was just so bored. It was like, oh, little
In
puzzles
what game?
and shitty Ocarina of Time.
The
combat in that game sucks.
I didn't like the last. I guess the most modern Zelda I played was Twilight Princess, and I didn't care for that.
Well, Twilight Princess is 15 years old, so yeah.
Well, there you go.
I'm almost starting to believe it was Family Guy that started this, but just the whole saying I didn't care for it is the way that you say, that you didn't like it because it's like it's even softer. People are like,
I did not care for Ocarina of Time. What? I did not care for Ocarina of Time. Didn't care for it. What? Well, explain it yourself. It insists upon itself, Lois.
It
What?
insists
It
upon itself.
it insists upon itself is one of my favorite jokes, like in
It
any
insists
cartoon.
upon itself.
it's great.
Yeah, and then Lois just has no idea. And it's like, it has a valid point to make. It's insistent. And what was that part where it's like, there's a scene where they're sitting in this bar. It's like, yeah, it's a great scene. It's not a great scene. I have no idea what they're saying. They're speaking Italian. It's a language of subtlety, one that you wouldn't understand.
They're all dying when that's happening. So.
I mean, I thought Wind Waker looked cooler than Ocarina of Time. I'm just gonna say it. That game has a really cool art style.
That is true.
In fact, I'd probably enjoy Wind Waker if I gave it another chance a lot more than I enjoyed Ocarina of Time.
I really
I'll
like
have to get
Ocarina
my
of
Wii U
Time,
out.
but it doesn't hold up these days.
Well, I
in
guess
a
that's
lot of
part
ways.
of the thing, right? Is I'm willing to appreciate that when it came out, it was probably this groundbreaking, revolutionary game. But like,
Yeah.
people say that it is the best game, and it's like,
It's not.
is
It's
it?
not.
You know, like, is it really?
I love that
Your
game,
Ocarina.
but it's so nostalgic for me because I played with my dad and
Yeah,
everything. It's like, yeah, it's a neat game.
But I guess the thing is I feel like I could make the case for the games that I liked that I played as a kid more so than Ocarina. Like, I feel like Crash Bandicoot has aged better than Ocarina. I feel like Ratchet and Clank has aged better than Ocarina. Even like San Andreas has probably aged better than Ocarina. And San Andreas is clunky as shit. But that game at least has a really great story and some great scenes and
Ah,
good
fuck.
acting. What did you think? Oh, MauLer, here's one for you. It's not for you, but what did you guys think of God of Boy 4? Personally, I didn't like it.
I'm a big fan.
Me too.
But I haven't played it now since it came out, so my references are really thin.
Yeah.
I'm going off emotions.
Crash 1? No, Crash 1 has not aged well, but even then, Crash 1's still pretty fun.
Yeah, Crash 1, 2, 3 was part of that time I was telling you about where I just went through a whole bunch of older platformers, and I was impressed. I like Crash 1 a lot.
Yeah, Crash.
And it was
well,
fun
I mean,
because Crash 2 is just an improvement, and Crash 3 is just an improvement. Like, they're
yeah.
really getting better.
Well, by the time Crash 3 comes out, it's really starting to... I love how, like, by the time the game was hitting its pride was when the series was basically over. Like, why I'm really excited for Crash 4, just to have like a good old-fashioned Crash platformer. It's been
What if
so
it's
long.
shit though?
I doubt it will be bad. I don't see how it could be at this point. You know, like they made the Insane trilogy and it was really good. It wasn't as good as the original games, but
Insane.
I like how that's always how it is. The remake is never as good, but yeah, the Insane trilogy misses a few things that the old games had, and so did not Nitro. It was Nitro Fueled, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Like that game's really good, but the almost no, actually, Crash Team Racing is polished. I was about to say it's bugs and quirks, but like nah, that game is super polished. Like it's a better game, but I really do like the remakes that they did.
Yeah.
Uncharted series, yeah, I really I always say I really like it, but if I'm being fair, Uncharted 1's pretty like Uncharted 1 might actually not be very good. I do like Uncharted 1, but the design of that game in terms of the combat encounters was pretty wonky. If you guys haven't played it, what happens is you'd go into an arena and you'd fight 1 or 2 waves of enemies, there'd be a lull in the action, and then 2 more waves would come, and then you'd fight them again, and that was pretty much the routine for the entire game.
Yep. I really like the... Go ahead.
Oh, by the time Uncharted 2 came out, they basically stopped doing that, and they're better for it.
I really liked the games back then. I don't think I would enjoy them that much anymore these days.
I think Uncharted 2 holds up really well. 3 overstays its welcome, and the story is honestly, like, Nathan Drake is not a complex character, and it almost feels like they kind of don't even understand what he wants in that game. Like part of the problem I have with Uncharted 3 is and 4 kind of, even though I think 4 executes a lot better, is in Uncharted 1 and 2, Nate is the first person who wants to give up. He always wants to give up, and Elena's the one who pushes him to keep going. In 3, for some reason, it flips, and Nathan is judged very harshly for wanting to persist when Elena didn't. And it's like, have you forgotten that in the first 2 games, you're the one who pushed for him to keep going when he wanted to quit? Like, whereas 4, I think, asks a more interesting question, which is the idea of whether or not he's doing it for selfish reasons as opposed to, you know, some quest. Like in Uncharted 4, there is no grand mystical element that he needs to save the world from. It's just money.
Oh,
so there's
okay.
really no reason for him to... Oh, have you played Uncharted 4?
No, I never plan to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's the most recent one that came out for PS4, right?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
no, I never plan to play it. I don't care.
Well, yeah, it's just money. There's no mystical element, so I think the theme works better. But in Uncharted 3, Nate actually did have to persist because if the bad guys won, it would have destroyed the world. Whereas in 4, if the bad guy won, all that it means is he's rich. Like, that's it. And he's already rich, so it doesn't even matter.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Uncharted 5 The
Beforehand,
Golf
maybe.
Club is my favorite one. Nice. Did any of you played Metal Gear Rising? Literally one of the most fun games ever made. I love that game.
That game is really fun.
I played it
it's
on
great.
stream a bunch of times as well. That's like a random game I just pick up because I want to slice things up. And the soundtrack
really
is
fun.
I really like the soundtrack.
Yeah, the soundtrack's
That's
great.
so badass. How do we feel about the recent Tomb Raider games? I haven't played Shadow of the Tomb Raider yet.
I haven't played that one either. Yeah.
I did like the one before. That was kind of fun. I do miss the puzzles though from the original ones that I played. It's a bit too action heavy, I feel like.
Well, it's basically Uncharted now, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Because I always liked like the puzzle solving. That was always cool when I played the original ones back in the day, in my youth.
We're so old.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they're solid games. I think. I think the newest one is probably same-ish, but I heard.
I think that's.
I think the problem I had is you go for like, oh no, I just killed a person too. Okay, and I'm just gonna fucking kill every single one.
Yeah, the narrative dissonance is off the charts in that first game.
Like right away, it's like, oh,
that was actually my reference in TFA Part 2, I think, for how Finn is described as blah blah blah, then in action scenes he's completely different. It's just like,
Yeah, because I guess the thing that Tomb Raider has is, well, it's a video game. You know, you got to do the shooty shoots.
I think
I feel...
you have to account for that. You have to be like, well, we're gonna have to start out slow, and we're gonna have a couple scenes where she gets used to it. You know, hitting it.
I think so. As opposed
got to unlock
to
that gameplay option.
Yeah, as opposed to her being, and maybe have her really shaky, so it's hard for you to hit people. You know,
Well, I'm not going to be addressing it yet because it's going to come up a little bit later when she kills some more people. But Rey, when she kills a trooper for the first time in the forest, she like stuns herself and looks at the gun. And I was always curious what exactly they were going for with that, because I never really got a complete like I wasn't definitive in my head about what that meant. And in the commentary, J.J. Abrams says she's dealing with the fact that she's just taken a life.
Oh, she dealt with it very quickly.
Well, I was gonna say, like, wow, look at the amount of lives she takes later on. Like,
in that
wow.
same scene, yeah.
And see,
Then
someone
again,
might be like, someone might be like, wow, and this is what I'll bring up. It's like you complaining that like she's having a reaction to getting life when I don't think Luke even had that reaction when he was shooting down stormtroopers. And it's like, yeah, but that's the thing. If you have characters that are willing to blast away in defense of someone and they're not bothered by the fact these people are dying, that's a part of their character now. However, if you have a character who's like, oh my god, I just took a life, Jesus Christ,
then,
oh, there's 100 more. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, whoa.
I've already committed in for a penny.
That's the thing, is like, in Tomb Raider, she shoots the dude, and then she starts vomiting, and then later in the scene, it's normal gameplay, but she shouts,
then
like,
it's,
I'm
now
sorry.
it's up to the player.
It's really
Kill,
thin.
slaughter, drink their blood.
It's really
Drink
it's
their
just
blood.
Like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. It's kind of the problem I think that games have to deal with when they've got like human characters. It becomes a little bit more difficult to reconcile these problems, you know.
Whereas in Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were-Rabbit,
well,
taking
it's just
full
the
care
whole,
of characters.
it's just the whole idea that when you're playing Crash Bandicoot, you don't care what's happening because you're some goofy little bandicoot. But but you know, like Nathan Drake is a human being who, you know, is running around and blowing people up, but he's a normal dude who's cracking jokes. It's kind of, but that's a little bit easier to get over though, because it's like a pulpy action movie. They're not trying to acknowledge the fact that they're goons of people, you know?
and I was trying to think of, I think the reason why Rey looks down at the pistol like that after she kills that stormtrooper is because she's trying to figure out how that is Rey, shot one shot but only killed a single person instead of having it kill 3 people in one shot.
Oh, right. Yo, I was gonna say she did miss her first shot. She was probably terrified at the thought that she could miss.
She was make a mistake.
She probably rightfully thought that the pistol wasn't calibrated for her arm. It was calibrated for a stormtrooper's arm, which is going to be longer.
It's pretty nuts as well how Finn is so remorseless in killing his own brethren.
Yep.
No, yeah.
He does indeed, Captain Marvel, bother me.
A major fuck up.
Like
there's a lot of those, and I think that we're at the point now where it's been long enough and the trilogy's over that we can all just be like, yep, that's a pity. Not, well, you know, if you think about it, it's like, no, come on.
No, stop it.
And we'll never stop talking about the amount of different scenes and pathways they could have taken with Finn, but they never did.
Yeah, squandered. Well, stream, I'll be back in like 1 minute. Don't go anywhere.
Put the counters on, guys. 1 minute.
1 minute. Oh shit, I blew myself up. Fringy left 144, Ring return at 145.
Heads down.
She didn't miss, she hit a mosquito.
Nice. It was an alien mosquito. If it bites you, it kills you instantly, so good job.
Saves the stormtrooper from the mosquito and then killed the stormtrooper. I was like, oh no.
Couldn't let the stormtrooper take a kill.
sequels suck.
Hey, they're really good if you don't pretend it's what you wanted.
Yeah. You gotta do a lot of play pretend when you're watching those movies.
What do you think's the weirdest argument, right? So, telling someone if they just pretend they wanted it, that they may like it, or that they are certain after watching the Lord of the Rings trilogy that Gimli wanted Frodo and Sam dead.
That's fascinating.
And they actually confirmed this. They check and confirm it's true.
Yeah, they checked the movie and they just to double be sure, you know.
I wonder if there was someone who was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like audience-wise. Like they watch just like, oh yeah, I never saw that. Like, yeah, because it wasn't there, that's why.
Hey man, interpreted it. Leave him alone.
Yeah, I can interpret stuff too, wrongly.
Do it.
You are not a long man. There, that's my interpretation.
Well, if Twitter's anything to go by, I need to go to jail for the long.
Oh no, not the jail. Let's just go with this. I was just filling the glorms. Even the movie Joker did it better. When he first killed people, he immediately ran into a bathroom to calm down-ish. Dude!
Yeah, then he's doing his dance, you know?
There's someone in Anna's Discord who thinks TLJ is one of the best films ever made. I'm trying to understand why. To give me
One of the
argument.
best films ever made.
Yeah, that's
okay.
That's a hot take.
Saving Private Ryan, Schindler's List, TLJ. You know.
It's a Schindler's List.
You're on
I
my
like how I
Schindler's
just
list.
cited it's a really great movie but I haven't watched Schindler's List. I've seen clips from Schindler's List, but I haven't seen it yet. It's one of those kind of embarrassing ones I haven't. Well, as in I'm a little, you know, I should have seen it by now. So funny, a little clown boy. Why would you say that?
That's the best. I wish I would have come up with this.
He's so nuts.
Picked him up like a little clown boy.
What was the rest of the crew thinking of that one scene in World War Z? Oh, we talked about this the other day. So, I think you asked it. It was in World War Z. There's a scene where they are at an airport or like an airstrip, and Brad Pitt's phone goes off because his wife is calling him. I like how I just call him Brad Pitt because I don't know what the character's name was in that movie. So yeah, Brad Pitt. His phone goes off, and the zombies start chasing after them. And then when they're getting onto the plane, the guy that is super important, who's with them, he runs up the ramp and slips, and then he falls down and shoots himself in the head by accident.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I was like, wait, what? Is what I think happened actually what just happened?
I thought he cracked his head. Yeah, I thought he cracked his head at first, but then I realized he shot himself in the head.
I'm like,
That's
wow.
amazing.
The amount of things that have to line up at any given moment for you to fatally, accidentally shoot yourself in the head. Like, whoa.
It's funny, I phased out for a second there, and I was like, shoot themselves in the head by accident. Oh, you're talking about the Predator. No, you're talking about something else because that's a different time someone
That's
shot
a different
themselves.
terrible movie. Yeah, but I like how what does it mean is the meme from that movie. Brad Pitt's like, what does it mean? What does it mean? It's such a shame that that's his most successful film. It's not Fight Club. It's not Seven. Yeah, World War Z is the highest grossing film Brad Pitt starred in. It's surprising because that movie wasn't that successful. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't it made half
like an insane blockbuster sort of thing.
Yeah,
I've never even
so, like,
seen that
Brad
movie.
Pitt is well, exactly. I guess that's what I mean, right? Yeah.
It's one of those movies I can only enjoy for like on this purely visceral, empty
Surface
level.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, this is a zombie movie, you know.
I never actually
This
saw
ain't no
it,
28 days later, but it's, you know.
I only ever saw YMS reviewing it.
Yeah, no, I watched it, and all I thought was, this is a very generic, mediocre, well, it's not mediocre, it's riddled with problems from a plot perspective. Like, one of the big problems, and it's something that YMS highlighted, was that the film changes its mind on how long it takes to be infected. The film makes a big deal out of the fact that you turn in 12 seconds, but then in a later scene, they talk about how it takes up to 10 minutes. And it's like, guys,
that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, which
I
is
feel like it'd be pretty hard to have that as a range. You're like, it's between 10 seconds and 10 minutes. You're like, really?
And also, the big, but that's because there were so many reshoots for that film. So, but the
Yeah.
big problem with the film was that the zombies would only kill you if you were healthy. So if you had a terminal illness, they would avoid you. And it's like, so how does a zombie smell or detect that you are terminally ill?
Cancer.
How does it do
I can
that?
smell your cancer. Oh, it's
Yeah,
testicle
exactly.
cancer.
That's
Oh,
what
no,
sorry.
it's cancer. I'm gonna kill your daughter, though.
Yeah, it's
She's nice and
insane. And so, like, the whole plot happens. Brad Pitt has to go into this, like, medical facility and inject himself with a terminal illness so that he can bring the supplies back. And part of the whole plot thing is that he's separated from the guy who can tell him which ones have cures. So he has to guess which one to inject himself with and just hope that it's not one that will actually kill him. And he has a lucky guess. And throughout the whole scene, all I was thinking is there are ways that you can communicate with these guys.
Like, can't you just, like, he just holds it up to
write
the
messages.
blast.
Write messages to the camera and be like,
Yeah.
yes, no. Like, you know, zoom in with the lens if yes. You got options, man. You know, this is your life. Like,
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't be risking this. I mean, it's I die from zombies or I get AIDS. I really want to make sure that I kind of nail this one, you know?
Exactly. And also, like, at which point do you know? At which point can the zombie tell that it's now, you know, terminal? You know what I mean? Like, what? It's so stupid. I hate zombie everything. The only thing I like is State of Decay. Well, I think The Last of Us has the most creative post-apocalypse zombie thing.
Wait, there's zombies in The Last of Us?
Yeah, I think it's really clever. I like legit am impressed by the whole thing of having it be cordyceps virus or fungus. It's really clever. Even though the zombies don't make sense because do they metabolize? Like how do they live? What do they eat? You know? Do they drink water?
Yeah, it seems pretty clear that in any zombie apocalypse story eventually reverts into the how does humanity rebuild itself and the factions involved in that.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is far more interesting anyway.
I think so. It's the people are more interesting than the zombies for sure.
Yeah, the zombies are
World War
almost
Z
like
had
they
none
wouldn't
of
even
that.
be a
That's the
problem at all. It's like, oh no, everyone's a zombie. Okay, well now that we've shot them all, because of course that's what will happen. Now what? Like,
blow them up. You know, yeah, exactly. The thing is, in World War Z, though, it has none of that because it's the outbreak as it's happening, which is interesting that most zombie stories don't take place during the outbreak. Most of them take place many years later, or months later, or 28 days later. But World War Z is the outbreak in Israel. Oh, right. So here's the real interesting thing, right? So they somehow, I guess, Jerusalem, like in Israel, figured out that there was a zombie apocalypse, and they managed to build a wall around the city. They just somehow knew that it was happening and built a wall before all the zombies could get through. And literally, Brad Pitt arrives in Jerusalem. I think it's Jerusalem. I'm not sure if it's Jerusalem or Tel Aviv.
Something
but
like that,
he
yeah.
arrives there, and about a minute after arriving, there's some really loud music from inside, and the zombies are attracted to loud noises. So the zombies hear the loud music and then climb over the wall. And it's like, has this never happened? Okay. And then, of course, the city is overrun instantly, pretty much. Brad Pitt's only been there for 5 minutes.
It's like, sorry about that. My bad.
My favorite part is, there's a zombie on the plane. How is that possible? You turned in 10 seconds. How were you hiding in the toilet for that long? How did nobody know you were there? How did you get on the plane without turning instantly? What a stupid movie.
How dare you?
Oh, yeah, that's right. So on the plane, in that movie, so the zombies start taking over the back half of the plane, and Brad Pitt's like, okay, so we're gonna be real quiet and build up a stack of bags to protect ourselves from the zombies. And the plan almost works, except one dude drops the bag and all the zombies figure it out. And my immediate thought is, what was your plan here? Make a wall of bags and wait till the plane lands? Like, what are you doing? And I love the fact that Brad Pitt blows up the plane and he and the other important character survive.
Of course they do. Of course.
And they land within walking distance of the place that they need to go to. Yeah, South Park turned it into an episode that was about the Trayvon Martin George Zimmerman case where Cartman assumed that Cartman transposed zombies with black people mad about the fact that he got away with it. And he's like, I did nothing wrong. No token. No, I didn't do anything. You know, it's not my fault. And then I think the episode ends where like Cartman says he's gonna like shake Token's hand, but he draws a line around himself. And as soon as Token steps past the line, he shoots Token in the arm. He's like, I defended myself. I stood my ground. He was on my ground, you see. I stood it. I am sick of these motherfucking zombies on this motherfucking plane. Strap in, we're about to open some snakes on a plane. Jesus. While Dying Light wasn't very creative, I did like that they included species which thrive at different times of the day. That's not very creative either. Most zombie games do that. I'm pretty sure Dead Rising, the zombies are more aggressive at night. So, yeah, the game isn't that creative. Sorry.
Starumni, thanks for the resub. Appreciated.
Damn it, I was looking for the World War Z clip where he says, what does it mean, and I can't find it. Damn it. Oh well, you'll miss out. When's Tenet coming out? August now, isn't it?
It's a couple of days, I think.
No, I think it got delayed out of July, actually. Let me check.
It's funny, we were looking at memes today, and one of them had a release date for Tenet, and we were like, oh shit, is it due soon?
Let me see, Tenet. This Tenet was meant to come out in June, then it got delayed to July, I think, and then, yeah, it's coming out August 12th. Which I think was Wonder Woman's release date, and then Wonder Woman got pushed back to October.
Man.
And that movie was meant to come out in 2019, by the way. I remember, but they delayed it to June. That was a mistake.
It's so weird to think they're just sitting on these films, you know?
Well, yeah, just put them out. It's done. This movie was meant to come out, like Wonder Woman was meant to come out a month ago. Just throw it up on the internet. All I remember about World War Z was a trailer showing the terrible CGI zombies climbing the wall. Yeah, it's it looks really crap in that movie.
That'll teach him.
It's crazy. Oh wait, I think I might have found a clip when the dude shot himself in the head.
Judge Romero and 28 days later, even though 28 days is technically zombies.
It's more of a brisk jog.
I mean, they qualify, surely. Wasn't 28 Days Later the first ones to make fast zombies, like, popularized?
Yeah,
Was it Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah.
No, Dawn of the Dead was slow zombies, I think, wasn't it? Or...
No, I'm talking about the new Dawn of the Dead. They did fast zombies.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, but didn't 28 Days Later come out before that? Hold on.
Dawn of the Dead was 2004.
I think 28 Days Later was before that.
2002, yeah, 2 years.
Yeah, so Dawn of the Dead, 28 Days Later was the one that made Fast. Yeah, it says the film is credited with reinvigorating zombie genre as well as increasing the popularity of fast-moving zombies. The Dan O'Brien's 1985 film, The Return of the Living Dead, features the first example of fast zombies, but it was largely neglected until 28 Days Later. I think fast zombies work better personally.
They're just much scarier. It's
Yeah, slow zombies are basically worthless.
the only time they're worth anything is when they're in massive numbers.
Massive numbers, whereas
Yeah,
fast
and
zombies
it has to
are scary
be
all the time.
like insanely massive in a very, very tiny claustrophobic place. Like a lot of stuff has to line up for a slow zombie to be intimidating.
Yeah, which sucks because a lot of the content relating to it, you have people being really stupid or teleporting zombies. Poor Walking Dead having to deal with that for 8 seasons or however long.
Walking Dead time.
Because, you know, 30 rounds is a pound, so it ain't exactly difficult to carry enough ammunition on you to take care of every slow zombie in your area in the next neighborhood over. And, like, your whole just sub-district.
Yeah, I've just pulled up the scene from World War Z. Yeah, they're on the plane. They're making a they're making a wall of bags as if that's gonna stop the zombies. And this one dude drops it, and it's like, oh, I guess that's it for you guys. That's it. That's the end of your plan. And the pilots lock them out of the plane, which is a logical decision because there's no point in letting them in, and then you get infected and the plane crashes. But then Brad Pitt decides against that and blows up the plane by throwing a grenade. How did they... Okay. I don't even remember what Brad Pitt, like, what his job was. Why he was... Was he like a fixer or like a CIA contractor? Why was he so good at fighting zombies?
I agree.
Those things.
Sure, why not?
Don't the Flood and Halo count as fast zombies? Yeah, but the Flood aren't zombies. They're a parasite.
They fulfill the same role. A dead body comes back to life just through a different
I would happily say,
okay, yeah.
just like if people say like they're not zombies in Killing Floor, I'd be like, yes, but
yeah, but you know, I get it. They're Zeds, not
they're not zombies in The Last of Us.
Does the Flood kill you though?
Does the Flood kill you? I mean, they could hop in a dead body.
Oh, well then, yeah, I guess they are zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that if
the Flood,
I know
use
Dead
weapons,
Space
though,
nailed making terrified necromorphs, terrifying zombies. Dead Space fucking nailed it. It's gonna be, in fact, it's like if I'm making, if I was making a game, that would be the one I keep my eyes on. To like, I need to do what Dead Space is, but better if I want to make a crazy good game, because Dead Space nailed it.
Yeah, Dead Space as necromorphs a pretty great idea. Dead Space has a lore as well.
Yeah, they should have stopped making lore. Stop. It's terrifying we didn't have all the answers.
Well, yeah, because the answer is that Brethren Moons are like the apex predators of the universe, basically. They create necromorphs so that they can create their own new, like... I like the idea of a living planet that basically destroys everything. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they should have done it way better, though.
Wow. In what way? What do you mean?
I think, like, the reveal really close to the end of how it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I don't think you needed to get it bigger and bigger and bigger, because, like, the necromorph threat, after seeing what it does to the Ishimura, after seeing what it does to the Sprawl, you're like, do we have to make this any, like, larger scale, or can we just keep doing this and just say one's on, like, we have to stop it from getting to Earth, right?
I think,
like, do we need to constantly try and one-up ourselves?
I think a problem I have with it is I don't think the Brethren Moon should have spoken English. Like, you know, like literally spoke to Isaac. That's kind of weird. I think they're more scary.
I don't even remember them speaking to Isaac.
Oh, that was the Awakening. Like, I haven't played Dead Space.
Oh, I haven't played the
3.
DLC.
It was but the Awakening DLC is what I think explains what the Brethren Moons are, and they talk to him, like literally speak to him, and to me that's
shit like that shouldn't talk.
No, if
they're
you're
not going
going
to
for the
parlay
cosmic
with
horror thing, you know.
Yeah, it doesn't give a shit about you. It doesn't care about your language.
It doesn't care about Isaac. It doesn't care.
But I just think if you would have kept it as, we have to, because at the ending of 2 started talking about how humans fucked around with shit, and that's what kind of caused all the badness. It wasn't this thing out there that was actively creeping and, trying to, get you.
Well,
you know?
Until Dead Space 3 came around, and then they were trying to get you.
Yeah, and then it was Dead Space 3, but Dead Space 2 was, the folly of man. They dug too deep and too greedily, and, baseball rod got them and that sort of thing. It was really, really creepy. That there's something out there that's waiting to be unearthed and discovered. It's not going to come and get you. It's that it's out there somewhere, just biding its time, hiding around. In fact, the idea that it doesn't have an affirmative goal that it's trying to accomplish kind of gives it this more terrorizing aspect.
It just exists.
It's like a disease or something. It's not working towards any.
How come nobody's copied Predator?
It's weird that nobody. Well,
can you guys think of another piece of media where there's an alien race whose only goal is to essentially defeat others to prove that they're stronger? Not because they want to take over, to simply prove they are stronger.
I'm not sure that there is one that I can
Mike
think of.
Mixed-Right alien race that just is every once in a while one lands on Earth and
I do kind of want to get myself the IP and to make something out of it. It's so fucking cool. Predators just deserve better.
Well, yeah, considering the Predator, God, he blew his own head off by accident.
Christ, that movie's bad.
Predator dogs. God.
And it's all
my
played
favorite.
It's the thing I showed in my video that the peak of frustration for me is having your stupid sci-fi CGI monster Predator rip off the head of the special effects real Predator.
Yeah.
And be like,
Really
"Lol,
annoying.
you suck," and it's just a flashback to the stupid scene in Genesis. You're a part of you're a relic.
You're a relic from a forgotten, deleted timeline. That's
Ugh.
right. Yeah. I know. It's
Kill
just
yourself.
gross.
all you have to do is take Predator and put him in a new scenario. It doesn't have to be the jungle. I mean, you could have one that takes place in
Iraq, maybe.
Yeah, it would be in Iraq.
Why not go medieval?
Fuck
Medieval.
yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Could you imagine during the Crusades, maybe?
The Saracens and the Crusaders have to team up to kill it. Oh, fuck yes.
Yeah. That sounds awesome.
I would assume
They're like, we have to put
would
aside our
actually
religious
refuse
differences.
to use the plasma caster because it would be too OP for.
Oh yeah, there's no honor in it. Yeah.
Yeah, like it
I
wouldn't
like
find
the
it honorable.
idea. I like the idea of if you had Predator who not only likes just hunting but is looking for relics from other planets as here's a trophy. So maybe you have it be that he's looking for the Holy Grail or the Ark of the Covenant just to take it home with him. And
It's reasonable to think that
a
a society built on huge traditions on culture like that would be interested in the history of other places.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Imagine if it was looking for
Stop,
a relic
no, I'm
that,
sad.
This would never happen.
It's because we unironically get some of the worst shit instead of either nothing or a cool thing. We get every fucking time they hunt autism. What? Why?
Oh, that's so great. Having a cool-ass Crusader dude, some French knight or some German badass dude. And he has to grudgingly team up with some Saracen dude and his curved hammer-fell sword and everything.
How cool would it be if you gave it an unassuming name and it's a medieval war story, but then a third of the way through, weird shit's going on. People are spotting movement and they're like, "What the hell?" And even the audience.
Demon, they attribute it to it's attributed to a biblical demon stopping them from their holy quest and everything.
Yeah. And then you reveal by the third act that it's a Predator. Could you imagine?
Well, I mean, so this is the thing. AVP isn't 100% bad. There are some things in it I like, and one of them is the reveal of the walls moving and shit, and then someone gets killed, I think, by a Predator who unveils when he does it. They're all dealing with that kind of shock, and then that predator is stabbed through the back by an alien, and it's just like, what the fuck? Like, it's just
like of all the places on Earth to be, this is like the last place.
Worst place, yeah.
And I
trapped
feel like
in a shape-shifting death maze with predators.
I think that's what we'd want to do is have like a scenario that's getting really high stakes without the predator involved, and then drop it in.
Yeah, and see what happens.
That's the Crusade, or it could be in feudal
really
Japan or something like that.
And I feel like that's something that really stands out to me about a lot of high-concept 80s stories. It was like, hey, what if we have this scenario and then we added this X-agent in and see what happens? You know, Terminator. We got this dude who's come back in time and there's a robot hunting somebody. He has to protect her. Go. Predator. There's some, you know, commandos in Vietnam and an alien is hunting them. We'll go from there. You know, back to the future. A guy gets into a time-traveling car and has to prevent himself, deleting himself from existence.
Yeah, you don't have to blow up fucking 5 planets to make an interesting story.
It's funny with that idea with Predator as well. I would be so tempted to have the trailer be everything is normal except like you know once you do all the action packed like characters saying particular lines, blah blah blah, blood splatters, and then like as the name comes on screen, the normal soundtrack plays, but you have like the Predators,
like a little noise. Yeah. Oh, I'm so ready.
And the people like, whoa, is this a Predator movie?
Yeah.
It's like,
I almost want to like roll with this idea. Medieval crusaders having to team up.
Yeah, we're just
with,
like, oh shit, it's a cool crusade film. What the fuck?
Yeah, and then you find out that there's an alien hunting them. Yeah. Oh, dude. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, but instead we're just gonna get what we get.
Oh well, too bad.
Nice ideas. Sad they never.
So sad. We get Shane Black getting carte blanche to do whatever the fuck he wants, and that's what we get.
Oh, God, that movie sucks. The one thing that stands out to me where I'm like, I mean, I'd already lost hope in the movie at this point, but it was when Punisher and the other dude, I think it was Kay and Peele. Yeah, so the Punisher and Peele, like Punisher gets thrown onto like a tree and impaled on like a branch, and the other and Peele has had like his intestines ripped out, and they both aim their guns at each other and shoot each other in the head simultaneously to put themselves out of each other's misery. How do you time the shots?
And why would you risk it? Shoot yourselves.
Yeah,
like,
shoot yourself.
Right.
You can't risk fucking that up.
It's so stupid. They kill themselves simultaneously.
I beat Haters twice today. That's pretty good.
Why does everything suck?
Why must you make us all depressed now? This is why I drink.
Yeah, in
it was funny as well.
feudal Japan, 2 warring clans are having this big old battle.
Yeah.
And you have this shaman who's contacted by one of the generals to like curse the enemy, and the shaman warns him, is like, no, if you mess with demons, you know, bad stuff happens. You might think they're on their side, your side today, but tomorrow, who knows what's going to happen? He's like, I don't care, I got to win this battle. And it just coincidentally happens that this is a time when a predator comes in and he thinks that it's some supernatural curse. That's what
It's like the IP gives you so much to work with because they've established in the first film there's a race out there and they visit Earth every once in a while strictly to try and defeat us in fights to prove that they're still better than us. That's your playground.
You have all of human history to work with, and all of future history too.
Could be a future, near future.
And like the fact that predators can get like angry and annoyed, and they respect the people who are not in the fight and not to be killed. I fucking love them. They're so cool.
Little sense of kind of like warrior's honor in a way.
I'm gonna stop streaming now. I'm gonna send the people over to
I was about
Fringy.
to say. Stick around, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna send them your way. No worries.
Wow,
thanks
he's
for
trying to say you're not even streaming, Fringy. What the fuck?
Thanks for the subs and the follows. Appreciate it. Go to Fringold. He's. I'm probably gonna chill a little bit still. So,
yeah, sure.
Can he really stay in this call if he's not streaming? I don't know.
Shut up.
You're not streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm streaming at heart.
Bye, Glorms.